how's this for a way to finish the Sea of Thieves playthrough? Before we venture off in search of the shores of gold, potentially never to return, I need to get 69,000 gold. Why that number, specifically? Stupid fucking Doomhaus. Mind right, Chaz, welcome to the stream. Good morning. I need a quiet one today. Do you know what I need? It's been a busy morning, so I need the most boring stream imaginable. What's the most boring thing to do in Sea of Thieves? Yep, you guessed it. It's a big merchant day. That's how I intend to make the remainder of the gold in this playthrough. Just good, hard merchant work. What was it we made last week? In a single day of merchants, it was something like 107,000? 104,000? Something up there? So that's what we'll do today. How about that? Would you like a nice, pleasant day of doing absolutely nothing but delivering merchant cargo? Because that is what I can promise. Was it 106? Yeah, that sounds about right. So it should be easy, right? All we need to do is deliver some plants. And that's it. And don't smash the bottles. There's no chasing pigs, there's no messing about with gunpowder barrels, there's none of that stuff. No shipwrecks, just good old-fashioned handing in bottles. Lovely. Right, good morning to the pair of you, how are we? If I fall asleep on stream today, that's somebody else's fault. All I need to do is just concentrate. Do we think I can get 69,000 gold in today's stream? Is it worth a prediction? It probably isn't, right? What I'm going to do is we're just going to start out nice and early. We're going to fire up the merchant emissary. We're going to pray there's no reapers on the server for a start. Then we're going to fire up the merchant emissary flag. And then buy as many delivery missions as possible. So that when I finish one, I don't have to go back to an outpost to start another. Nearly went open crew, but didn't you see that? We nearly had ourselves another jack-a-looter situation, but we're free. And I think if I can get this done today, then obviously the 2 million gold will be collected, and all I'll have to do is the shores of gold. That will be the final thing. The last part. What a fucking weird playthrough this has been. Look at all that stuff. And I still can't, because that's in order of when I completed them as well, I still can't believe the Athena was the first on the list. That's messed up. Them poor people. I don't know if they ever logged in again after that, what happened on the dock that day, but I think it's their own fault for trusting a merchant, right? Mikey B, welcome to the stream.
What goes 99 clunk, 99 clunk? A centipede with a peg leg.
Is it pirate joke day by any chance? Mikey B, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the big bits. Right. No messing about today. There's no Athena emissaries on the server. Let's just get on with it. Boring stream today, boys and girls. I promise you. How about that? I can look you in the eye right now and say, this is going to be a good, boring stream. I think it's the best way to shrink house, right? Is just go all in on the merchants. Right, where am I? I'm at Plunder Outpost. I'm going to do that thing where I load up the ship before I go and check for Reapers. And then if there is a Reaper, I feel guilty because of all the supplies I've stolen and end up sticking with it and then getting chased around the fucking server all day. But we can just pray that there isn't. A pineapple straight off the dock. This is what we need. Mikey, thank you for the bits. Right, everybody pray. A Reaper on the server today would be a problem. But I don't want to hop. I think it's important that we stop hopping for stuff. There would be a little boat right there where there are Reaper, but there isn't. Lovely. Right, with that job done, next I need to do this, which is put up the the Merchant's Emissary. Listen to that pleasant music. Ooh. Beautiful. Right, I need to clear my quest log as well. I think I've still got quests from last week. Quests then... Nope, no quests. Ma'am?
I sense your fear.
I'm not afraid. There's no Reapers on this server, I'll be fine. Shouldn't have said that. Right, can I buy a cargo run, please, ma'am? She only has one.
Twice before returning.
Is it worth going to another outpost while we're thinking about it? and getting another one from Ancient Spire. Especially if I go in that direction, I'll stop off and pick one up. Trim! Upstream.
Duck walked into a bar and says, I don't have my wallet, can you just put it on my bill? The barman replied, did that fucking duck just tell me a pun?
Fuck. Do you know what? I can't see that on my screen because the first few messages of the stream are blocked. So I didn't know there was a second part to that, so I was sat quiet thinking of a response. And Trim gave us the response himself. I'll give you that one, Trim. Trim.
Why don't pirates go to strip clubs? They already have all the booty.
What the hell is wrong with you people today? Mind right, thank you for the bits. Did you remember to reset your... I did, Mike, yes, we are exact. Actually, I've got about 3 gold less than I should. Right. Next job is to decorate the bastard, and then it needs a name. I need just a good, boring performance from this ship today. We don't have to shoot cannons in anger, we don't have to do anything. My God.
Bad pun.
Thanks, Koala, I've not even finished saying it. I got a review on it already. Trim, Koala, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the bits. Big merchants, I need to make... Look at it, look how much gold I need to make. 69,000. This ship needs a name, boys and girls. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Go. 10. 9. Ooh, this, I can't look. 8.
18.
7. Who's an 18-month sub? 6. 5. 4. 3.
What's a pirate's favorite country? Argentina.
I'm guessing Siri butchered that. 2. 1. The number is 40. Lundios. I was going to say, is it Lundios? I should have said it and I got some credit there, but now I don't deserve any. Lundios, welcome to the stream and thank you for the 18 months, Loopy. Is it Trim? You can't say 18 then. I think he was saying 18 months, was he not? Lundios, welcome to the stream and thank you for the 18 months. Has it been 18 months in Subnautica? God damn. We're not getting any younger. Can somebody just confirm that it's Trim so that I don't have to... Is there any way I can get out of this being Trim?
What do you call a stupid pirate? The pillage idiot.
I really like the usage of these fucking spaces. It's so good. You had to guess 18 because of that, I see. So that was your guess as well as your sub number. Lundios, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the continued support as always.
It is Trim.
It is true. Jesus. Mikey, thank you for the bad news. I guess I need to hear it at some point, right? Right, we've got some supplies. Let's get out there on the water. 69 gold is all we need. Koala, thank you for the bits. Trim, thank you for the bits. Mikey, thank you for the bits. Mind right, thank you for the bits. Today is boring day. I promise. As I do a cargo run of legendary return. Chris from the Plunder Outpost would like some cargo delivered to somewhere. 18 months. I actually set up... Speaking of which, we've been talking about... Where's the clothing place here? Clothing? Here. We've been talking about this weekend. Somehow, apparently, this is true. Now, I don't want you all to doubt me or start thinking I've gone crazy and lost my mind. Apparently, this is true. It's been a year since we played Resident Evil 2 on stream. Don't immediately start reporting the stream for misinformation. Apparently it's been 12 months. I'm with you, Trim. I seriously doubt it. And I now have Resident Evil 3 set up and ready for later this week. Because all I need is 69,000 gold and then we're going to make the trip to the shores of gold. See if it's real, or see if we just get completely shredded in the shroud. What's the chances as well that the second I pull up at the shroud, ready to go to the shores of gold, You know what I mean? Ready to, with the Shroud Breaker all in my possession, ready to leave. Super excited to go and find out whether it's real or not. The Shrouded Ghost appears right before we get in and I have to close the playthrough. With like an hour left to go. Would that be more or less Doomhaus? But yeah, once that's done, we're off to Resident Evil. And it's all set up and ready. And I can't fucking wait. I'm in the horrible position where I don't want Skyrim to finish, but I desperately want to start playing the game after this. Right, just load this up, then we'll set off. Where is it actually going? Is it going in the direction of Finest Trading Post? Because I'm going to have to transition straight from there to an outpost to get another mission. I can't, like, fathom, like... I'm pretty sure between the two Resident Evil playthroughs, there's been, like, a bit of Subnautica and some Skyrim. Because the Skyrim playthrough was halfway through when we played Resident Evil last time, and then it was Skyrim, State of Decay, Long Dark, Subnautica, Sea of Thieves. That is not a lot of games. So what's tomorrow's game? Why, are you going to force the Shrouded Ghost on me, Trim? I've got to make 69,000 gold yet. You've got too much faith in me. It's more games completed than you. Yeah, but you don't stream 3 hours a day. Or 15 hours a week, should I say. Exactly. Please land. Good, 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 good. Tried to do that all with one hand. The fucking cinnamon bun Nescafe things are back in Tesco. You mean off stream too? I don't think yeah, this has not been a year for completing games on or off stream, has it really? George has more completed games than you. That's because Trim can't work out how to get the square in the square hole. I don't think I've completed anything off stream this year. What have I played off stream? You see Gwynblade's name coming in, you expect a barbed comment, and then you just get silence. Gwynblade, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the 42 months of Prime. God damn it. I've had the serious misfortune of spending time in Gwynblade's company today, so I'm not enjoying the fact that I have to spend my afternoon with him as well. Gwynblade, thank you for the Prime. How's that for a welcome? Fuck off, Mikey. Your mum buys Mega Blocks instead of Legos. Jesus, Trim. Leave the man alone. Hello? Hello? What the why is there 1,800 storage crates in front of the ship? I mean, I'll take it. Sorry, I'm not a Tory like you, Trim. I'm going to scoop all these up if I can, because it's merchant rep, if anything else. There's your 69,000 in ammo crate. I know, right? Put the storage crates here. Can I actually just be sarky with this? No, I might be able to with these, though. There's one. This. Why am I not getting merchant rep for
Harry
that?
the Merry thinking thought so contrary. Should have subbed to Boxy's stream. As this place has got as much substance as Steam. Welcome back, Harry. We missed you. Thank you for being here. Sad that I need Siri to be nice to me and not you twat.
And then Siri goes and cuts you off. Absolutely chopped, Harry. Well played. What? Harry, welcome to the stream and thank you for the 14 months of Prime. And the kind words to yourself. Where have you been, Harry? Harry, I appreciate it. Gwynblade, thank you for the 42. Lundios, thank you for the 18. Harry the Emery, thinking thoughts oh so contrary. Should have subbed to Boxy's stream, as this place has got as much substance as Steam. Welcome back, Harry. We missed you. Thank you for being here. Sad that I need Siri to be nice to me and not you twat. Beautiful words. Holy fucking grubs. Got it. Right, there's no point in selling them now, is there? I'll tell you what I'm going to do to boost my emissary a tiny bit before we get started. Lego comes in a massive toolbox with 100 instruction booklets and 5 pieces. Yes.
Are you up to this?
Yes, ma'am. Can I please bump up my... Mazak, welcome to the stream as well. Bump up my merchant rep by doing this, look. This is surely not intentional. Oh shit, I need to make more than... Fuck, I've just spent loads of money. Hang on a minute, how much do I need to make now? Okay, I need to make 78k now. Hello, fellow non-humans and occultist amalgamations. Called some things. Today is boring day, by the way, if you're wondering. It's just all merchant PvE. Used to genuinely think Lego came pre-chewed in clear plastic bags sold exclusively at car boot sales. 28 Northern and proud. I think I've said that in the past as well. I remember one Christmas Eve seeing our mother bleaching second-hand Lego in the bath, ready for the next morning. Massive bread tray, yeah. Saw the Rocky Mountains in the Atlantic in the past 2 weeks. God damn, Harry. He's been away. Why were they chasing you so fervently? Right, finest trading post. Let's go. 80-something K. No, 78k. Finest trading post. Koala, you're navigating. Where the hell is the finest trading post? There. Head west. I don't even know if it was a toolbox. I've never seen a box that shape or size. Like a bread tray, like we were saying. Thanks for the heads up. I'll head out then. Take it easy, boys and girls. Mazak! As if you aren't accustomed to boring content. You've been following me for like 6 years. You've been following Siddles and Trim, I'm sure. Head west. Thank you for the subs, though, everybody. Sorry, Trim. What the fuck? Nobody follows me. Trim, can I apologise by giving you this storage crate? It has 33 grubs and 19 earthworms in it. This is going to be my bargaining chip if ever I come across some fucking sweats. The hell? Is that just land in the water? Eric's dream, yeah. So, obviously Halloween's crept along, Harry, so we're going to be finishing this, then doing Resident Evil 3, then Outer Wilds DLC. Maybe if you streamed, people would. Don't encourage Trim to do that. Jesus, good lid. Have some, you know what I mean? Be responsible. Imagine playing Resident Evil on stream. I'm so looking forward to it. I've been setting it up. I'll forget that. Fuck it. Let's just put them all here. I'm not selling them until grade 5. So who has a storage crate with all of them worms in it and doesn't know that you can sell ammo crates? That's a specific type of player, that, right? Somebody who really likes worms and or doesn't like worms and fishing and has put all of their worms in a specific storage crate. But also doesn't know you can sell. Strange. Exactly, who has that many worms? Curious. Wait, you've been adding production value to the stream behind the scenes? Not really. It's exactly the same production value as last year. I've essentially just copied last year's production value. No, exactly. You've got to go hunting for it, haven't you? Somebody's in a mood for worms. And it's somebody organised, but not knowledgeable enough to... I don't know. Are we being too judgmental on this worm, man? I feel like I should catch a fish. Here's the thing. You should be able to hand worms in at the Hunter's Call. Because the Hunter's Call are in the business of needing worms, are they not? Especially because they exist and fish on an area of land with no grass or dirt or resources to get worms. Or they were really shit at gold hoarders. Hey, here's a question. Today's stream title, I am fairly sure I've used this before. I was looking at it when I was going, because I had to rush to get everything set up this morning, and I thought of that and I thought, yeah. I think I might have used it before. Quick question, is it an acceptable excuse to not go out for household staples because it's a fucking pissing it down? Household staple? Oh, you mean household resources? Yes. We're British. While exposed to an incredibly strong Hull accent this morning, I had to really strive not to take the piss. I know, right? It was a strong
Can
one.
of Gerald.
Gerald? We've not seen Gerald in a while since I finished The Witcher. Nah, I'm not, Mikey, I'm not. But it's not as... I think this is... If everything was to go well, the manifest missions would probably be better. But there's too much... Like, with these, I get to grade 5 in about 3 seconds. And it's just bang, 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 banking money as I go. So they're not as... not as potentially profitable, but it's good, sustained income doing this. Like bin bags and shit. There's a row here as well. What the fuck is going on? Has this entire server just died? What's the name of that ship that just vanished? Is it the Mary Celeste or something like that? Everything goes to shit when it rains, so eat biscuits and stay in your jammers. Deal. You don't have a slicker and some wellies. What's a slicker? Well done, Stubbler. Brilliant parking. Yeah, I'm with Koala. I'm not sure what a sticker is, man. Right? Wellies, those, right? How about... Have I got no wood? What am I stopping now, Trim? I don't even remember what I've said that was controversial. Slang for raincoat in a book I once read. A slicker. I like the... Oh shit, am I at the wrong place? Tell me I'm not at the wrong trading post. Please tell me I'm not at the wrong trading post. Thank you. Why did I get a Reaper sound? I just handed them things in and got the Reaper sound. Oh, the Geralt joke. Trim is 10 out of 10. Did you hear that Reaper sound that I got at first? As if I was handing in stuff to the fucking Reapers. Please don't land in the water. Okay. Is there another robot? Why is there 2 robots here? What the fuck is going on this server? Why am I getting the Reaper noise for handing in at merchant? Is this server cursed? Could somebody just confirm that everything's going wrong? Listen. Okay, so the rum it takes, but for some reason anything else, it thinks I'm handing in stolen goods. What? Have I stolen from myself? Listen. The trouble is, though, is am I getting fucking Reaper rep for this? It's archaic American slang rather than British. Huh, slicker. If American slang is archaic enough, doesn't that imply it's also British? There's probably a sweet spot between modern culture, where it's not modern enough to be considered archaic, but it's not old enough to be considered just British. It's Reaper Red. I don't know, does it do it now? No, that was normal. Right, look at that, grade 3. Fucking merchants are ridiculous. Right, tell you what I'll do with my controller turning ways. I'm going to fill up on using this storage crate on this rowie. There's 3 robots! Why is there 3 robots here? Has there been a fucking race or something? I can't get in any of them. I'm so fucking... I'm concerned. There's nothing in there. Do you know what, Koala? We were talking about being glad that robots are populating again. This is maybe a step too far. And none of them have got any supply. This game's just a fucking mystery. I can't get in that one. The game just pretend it doesn't exist. Right, I'll attach this one and then we'll set off. Why are there so many robots? And how long before I black screen? That music trim, can you hear it? It reminds me of Red Dead 2. Well, this one's stuck. Well, that's one robot fucked. Let's try this one. Overrated game. Thanks, Gwynblin. What are they? They are busted as well, mind, right? Yeah. There's a story to be told here. I'll leave that storage crate. Fucking it's empty anyway. Can't sell it anywhere. There was a wow bear noise in the movie you watched last night. I think it's Peaky Blinders. There's a scene in there where the character opens her... But didn't she die? Has she died lately? The main, like the head, the mother in Peaky Blinders, or the aunt in Peaky Blinders, the actress. I want to say Morwenna Banks, but it's not. Where the hell's the shit gone? I swear she died recently. But yeah, she opens her bag anyway, and it's the opening wow with the noise when you open your bags in. Wow. Lovely. Right. Now I need to get to another outpost. Stat. She did die, yeah. That's just... She was great in that as well. I've forgotten her name. Poppy. Polly. Polly? Poppy. Polly Pocket. It really threw me and no one else heard it. What was you watching? Was it a... I can hear it now. I can't do a bear impression and I shouldn't have tried, but... Brave. That's the... Is it Disney or Pixar with the girl with red hair? I can't go back to Plunder, so I should probably start going north and we'll maybe get to Golden Sands and grab the next merchant mission. The fact that you can't get two... Do you know what? The Manifest missions have probably made it so you get less money from the gold... Sorry, money per hour from doing this. Because you can't get... You can only get one pickup per island now. Scam. I think in Avatar as well, the James Cameron Avatar, there's these like wolf things that have no skin. I don't know if you remember them running about, and they use the same sound as gnolls, because the main character gets surrounded at one point, and it's that like chirruping sound that gnolls make when you aggro 1,800 of them in Westfall. There are moments where I'm the only WoW player in the cinema, but I'm so excited and I can't get anybody else to listen to what I'm saying, despite being incredibly excited. Right, I've been in game now about, what would you say, 20 minutes? And I've made minus 2,000 gold. This is going to be a good run today. It does mean, however, that there'll be no loot to sell you all at the end. I think Mazak's build, by the way, gone out to get bin bags. He ignored you, Koala. I'm going to stop off at this fort and get some supplies because I'm obsessed. Also, I'm going to pick up every single gunpowder barrel that I see, because it'll increase my merchant emissary rep. I think the bear and the hyena gnoll sounds are quite typical noises for those animals. I've definitely thought the same re the bear sound and stuff. Yeah, but there is sound clips though, definitely. I think the in Red Dead 2 there is the horse. Do you know when you mount up on a horse in WoW? It's like one of 3 sounds, isn't it? And you can probably hear them all in your head now if you've ever played a human in WoW. Red Dead 2 definitely had one of those. Like you'd be sort of idling in roads or somewhere and you hear it. They'll be, yeah, exactly, Gwynblade, yeah. I think the one reason why the bear... I'm going to make a presumption, Koala, but I think the bear sound in question was almost definitely where the hunter's bear aggroes, or where you first pull a bear and it was that one roar to say, "I've seen you and I'm coming." That's a very, very common sound that you hear. Is that the one, Koala, yeah? When Lace moves into combat. I think Trim is turning. Trim the ship, by the way, not Trim the person who's not turning. I know it's Halloween, but it's not got that bad down there just yet. I fucking love Red Dead 2. Well, why didn't you say Trim? I'm actually worried about Trim all of a sudden, because I can't remember where I pointed him. Let me just... It's gunpowder barrels I want to pick up to increase my emissary rep. There's 2. Amber Plentyfin. Roger that. Didn't you find one of these the other day, Koala? Was it you that picked up an Amber Plentyfin? How is this not helping my emissary? Fuck. Turns out I don't know how merchants work. Someone needs to be worried about Trim. Somebody be worried about Trim. I know it doesn't come easy to you, but... At least pretend to, so he quietens down. That's my mermaid, isn't it? I was wondering what the fuck that was then. Right, good supplies. Coconuts. Not coconuts. Pineapples. The fuck was that? A woodpecker or somebody on Trim got a machine gun? Look at Trim struggling his way north, I hope. Ah, close enough. I'll give you that, Trim. You see him fucking wiggling about, struggling with the waves. Why is the vault open? I guess it is open on a... Probably been looted recently. Where's all the barrels on this? Okay, we're going to go back. This was useless. I did get a nice fish, though. If I'm going to a sea post, remind me... Look at that. Fuck it. Look at this game. He says as he immediately gets stuck. Just look at it. Harry, tell me it's a gorgeous game. You know you want to. You think I can shoot myself clean at my own mermaid? Fuck. I was spamming the mermaid button so hard. Look at Trim again on the right. Useless. Trim, I'm going to cook a fish on your stove. I don't usually ask, but I feel like it's needed. Why do they look... oh, sorry, the robots, yeah. I thought I'd missed a message then. Right, Trim, turn north. We're going to Sanctuary. Greg! Not Greg. Greg. Ooh. Carl! Hello! We're not stopping, but I'm sure I will very shortly. Oh, fuck, I called Carl Greg. That's embarrassing. A bit like Santa calling his date yesterday. Bye, B.
I'm going to cook a fish on your stove.
Streaming isn't, like, necessary, is it? Like, nobody's technically forcing me to be here right now. Good blend the bits. Also, this looks like a problem. Excuse me, Wave, I'm trying to make a point here. Can we... Is that a player galleon or a ghost ship? That's a player galleon. Just thinking of Gwynblade, just, you know what I mean? Having to read his bits and just, you know what I mean? Sink it? What kind of merchant are you, Mikey? Right, the food supplies are coming along good. I just need to stop off at the outpost, don't I? Grab the... Actually, because if I put the voyage down at the outpost, you shouldn't be looking at your brother's bits, to be honest. We'll tell him to get dressed once in a while. Can I have the wind at any point today, please, game? No. Right, that galleon's packed over here behind this rock somewhere. What's that? That's Crescent Isle, isn't it? That's the fort. What's north of Crescent Isle? It's a tiny island, isn't it? And then there's Sailor's Bounty all the way to the north. What are they doing over there, heavy island? Are they at a seapost? No, they're at a tiny island. What would they be doing over there? You sent him the pitch, True. Hang on a minute, they're not at the Spoils of Plenty and they're not at the fort and there's no treasury. And they're definitely not at Sailor's Bounty. What the hell are they doing? But they're packed at something. Oh, they are at the seapost. Never mind. Are they sinking as well? Well. There you go, Mikey. I sunk it with Jedi mind tricks. Can I take that off the list? Sunk another player galleon? Oh, it's tragic to see. And now I've got a fucking wood crate on the dock. Tell you what, be in the next match. Tell you what, this is an easier way of doing things. Oh, ladder right where we wanted it, but Beautiful. Thandia, welcome to the stream. Hello, fellow mellow bearders. Jesus Christ, can you think of a more difficult difficult sentence to open with, Thandia? Thandia, welcome to the stream. It's boring day today. Talking about Gwynblade's bits. Actually, I need merchant voyages, don't I? Ma'am, a word.
Time's precious.
Can I... just one cargo mission. No, I don't want that one. Shut up, stop stressing me out. Right, that galleon's sunk and it's out of our way, so... Why am I still on that? Did I not pick everything up from the... Stubbler, you fucking idiot. I thought there weren't many. I didn't pick everything up from the last... I'm the worst. Right, I need to go speak to Cecil. I don't know what the daily deed actually is, mind. Right, remind me when we get sailing. Because that will give me a little bit of a boost in gold, won't it? Right, Cecil at the clothing store. The caterpillar, yeah. Didn't it pronounce Cecil? Elsewhere. Koala, it happened again. Fucking hell, every time I'm at Golden Sands, I look across to the north and I see a tree and assume it's a ship. Every friggin' time. Same tree as well. The energy. What if there's a guy that calls himself Cecil? Right. Cargo, loads of fucking cargo. Where's it going? Please be to Spoils of Plenty store. That's where the galleon just sank. What's the chances the galleon sank themselves up there? Because they didn't want me coming over to bother them and they were just fishing on the dock. Is it bad karma to kill fishermen? I know what Eric would say, but... this.
My girlfriend left me for a midget the other day. I was heartbroken. How could she stoop so low?
Santa, welcome to the stream and thank you for the bits. Fucking hell. As politically correct as they are. Not the bits, sorry, the sub. Santa, thank you for the 14 months and welcome to the stream. How are we, Santa? How did your date go last night? Or did you call her by the correct name? Yep, it's pronounced Cecil around these parts. You had a great uncle, Cecil. Cecil. Thank you, Santa, for the prime, by the way. Subs have been wild today, what the fuck? Cecil. Isn't the video evidence somewhere, Gwynblade, of you singing about Cecil the caterpillar at the bottom of the garden? Thank you, Santa, for the sub. I just want to hear that banjo music from fishing. I've got so much crap on this deck already. I think it can't be released because of nudity. Is that one of them situations where if we elaborate on it any further, it's only going to get worse? Hello, sir. Right, remind me, I can't sell off at the end of the stream at any of... No, because I was going to buy some more... I was going to buy some supplies to bump my emissary rep up even further, but I don't think I should at this point. Lovely. I'm going to another seapost, aren't I? I'm assuming it's the one to the north, and if it is, that's good, because then we can go straight to Sanctuary and get the next... we can get the next quest on the next voyage. I'm currently at 34,000. I've made... what, 3,000 gold today, and I need to make 70. Or 72 or something done. But I did spend a little bit at the start that I won't have to spend anymore. I was doing it to bump up my emissary, but do you think I'll get it back? It's probably not worth it, really. Spending 6 grand to get the emissary up faster. Although I don't know. Because that tiny bit of rep I would have got by me making money instead of spending it. So I think it's just a massive net waste trying to boost your emissary. Unless you're doing the merchant acquisitions, the sunken manifest things. I don't know. It's weird when it comes to multiplayers. Jamie, look at the stream.
As of today, residents of Maine will no longer be able to have profane number plates. Owners of plates fuck it and fuck 'em, all real number plates, are likely to need new ones.
As of today? The hell's changed? Jamie, welcome to the stream. It is the Spoils of Plenty store. This is beautiful, right? North-northwest. Jamie, how are we? Thank you for the bits. Was there some big law change today or some shit? Have they fallen out of favour, the whole personalised number plate thing in this country? It was never the classiest thing in the world, was it? But I don't feel like I've seen it for a while. Fuck, I've got no chewy or anything. No idea, I must have done. Thank you for the bits, Jim. You know what I'm going to do? To sweat a little bit more so I can get as much gold as possible. Is go and just pick up a load of stuff from this. And hopefully, like gems and merchant shit, and get my merchant emissary rep up. A lot of Tory families around here. That's the thing. They're seen as like a... They're just very classless, aren't they? They're a bit tacky. Nobody hangs on to cars for long enough now to justify the cost of transfer. That's true as well, yeah. You can't really get a personalised number plate on a lease to buy, can you? Or just a lease. That might actually be the answer, Goodblood, you're right. You probably could actually thinking about it. Your mum's partner has one and he's cool. Has he got like a swear word on it? What the hell's that? What am I looking at there? Bear with me, let me just get some fucking oxygen. Stubbler. Trim, I've got a mission for you. Don't crash into the seapost. On leases, it needs to stay on the age-related plate, yeah. And most people lease their fucking cars now, right? What's this? What am I looking at here? Floating. Never seen one of them just float before. Now I have. That means a treasury has a thing in it, right? Is that what that means? Is that everything? Initials, year of birth. Ale, since he likes beer. Ale. I mean, stick to what you like, right? I think it's just cost prohibitive though, especially when you're paying more for your Range Rover than the rent on your 2 up, 2 down. Ah, that's grim. And also true. Trim, have you crashed into the seapost yet? You have. Trim! That's Jamie Island! Trim's got rubber innards, pass it on. How does these ships keep taking 0 damage? Nice crash. I mean, I didn't do any... Do you know what I mean? No damage. Got away with that. Lovely. Right, to the seapost, Trim, please. How? I had him facing north when he left there, and somehow he's got from north to there to here, and crashed. Brilliant. Scotty, welcome to the stream. We've got a bad ship, and its name is Trim. Scotty, welcome to the stream. How much is it to get? I mean, the personalised number plate themselves, it's different prices, aren't they? Is there a mechanic you can take advantage from picking up, then immediately dropping items you found them in the sunken ship? There is, Chaz, yeah. So, to raise your... Do you know I've got the emissary? It's currently at grade 3. You obviously need to find and bring aboard merchant stuff to raise the emissary, to level it up to the point where it's grade 5. So the find part is simply picking it up. So when I was picking it all up, you could see my emissary grade going... etc. So it's minimal, but there's nothing else to do while you're on a long journey, so I've decided to go over there and just give it a tiny boost. So if you pick it up, it considers you having found it. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, technically you have found it, right? A lot of S something something PNK. In what sense, Koala? Yeah, if you put it on the ship, that's like I said, that's the two things. If you pick it up, you get a tiny bump, and if you put it on the ship, you get another tiny bump. Whereas I couldn't put it on the ship there because I was just bumping it up a little bit. So all I was doing is the people fishing at this outpost, by the way, this seapost. Because the galleon was here just before and it sank. Well, like half the town of the Spink family, I see. There's nobody here fishing, right? Unless they're tucked and about to chop me up. There's a... there we go, look. I have found more supplies in today's stream from sunken ships than I have other players' sunken ships, by the way. Than I have ever, I think. What we got? Wood crates and shit. Trim's crashed, of course he has. Trim? Can I not? I've got no wood. Typical. He's had it long. He's had his for longer than I've known him, and taken it across 4 cars. We actually have an uncle that did the same, but it had he had on it a reference to his daughter's age, who was 3 at the time, and she's now Gwynblade about to turn 30. There's another boost from this stuff. So what do we have left to do? Jamie, do you want to see the list? I've got so many... This is ridiculous. I've never been this well stocked. This means I'm going to be devastated when it's when I get it all sank to some... Because Trim hit a wall by mistake. Gotcha. 30 fruit in a crate. All bananas. Put them there for no fucking reason. Right, let me get this stuff dropped off before it goes to shit. Jamie, look at the list. And Resident Evil 3 is set up and ready to stream after this. Is there even fucking more? Sir, take that. Why, how, what? I do not understand. This is the most supplies I've ever had, and I'm not going to be able to do a thing with all of this stuff. So, Jamie, we've just got to get 2 million gold, and I'm at currently, I need like 60,000, and then tomorrow, hopefully, we shall be doing the first attempt to get to the shores of gold. This playthrough's coming along. Also, we see loads of customers at work who've had their plates for donkey's years. Oh yeah, you work in car sales, right? And then do they have to fuck about getting it transitioned over when they buy a car from you? For anyone following the saga of my mum's Impulse car, it's shit brown. She's bought an Impulse car. Best reason to make a massive purchase, right? A shit brown car. What was the name of the dogs in my Mass Effect 3? There was a name of one of the dogs that everybody was betting on, wasn't they? What was it called? Fuck, now that's a reference if anybody has a Doomhaus reference. I'd be extremely impressed. What was the name of it? Can you remember? There was, on Tachanka, there was a fighting pit in Mass Effect 2 on stream. And you could bet, like, it was dog fighting, basically, Pokemon type of thing. And, this is the worst parking in the world, and I'm blaming Trim for it 100%. But there was, like, 2 Varan, I think the dogs are called, aren't they, in Mass Effect? One of them was, like, ridiculously strong and won every fight, and we was betting on it. What's his name? It was something Brown. I don't think it was called Shit Brown. There's the Reaper sound again. Fuck, that's going to annoy me, that. It's like that Star Wars thing this morning. Indeed I do. It's not too bad, quite a straightforward process, but it's a faff. Yeah. What happens to the other registration? Is the car still registered to the previous registration? Keeps buying shit brown things. I'm assuming the car's still registered to the... Like, underneath the car is technically still that plate. The plate doesn't go back into circulation, right? Like the default one that came on the car. Grade 4, by the way. This, honestly, cargo runs are the shit. And trim is just slowly drifting away from the dock. Depends how it was first registered. So if it was like a new car... Holy stunts. Okay, I've managed. I've survived. So what am I getting per handed now? Other than Reaper sound effects for some reason. So I'm getting 1,400 per handing. Is this... No, this isn't max, is it? And I'm nearly grade 5. Some register it on a personal plate, meaning when it comes off, it'll get randomly assigned one. Gotcha. But if I had, like, my car currently just has the default number plate that it came with, that it was manufactured with, for example, or given when it rolled off the production line. If I was to get a personalised plate that said, like, Boobies 6 or something, or 28 Tamil, probably, would that number plate, my current registration, just disappear? If you register on a normal plate, add a personal one, then take it off, it'll go... Oh, so the car underneath, that probably answers my question. The car underneath is still registered to the... Yeah. Right, to Sanctuary. Trim, good work. How much gold have I made? I still need 55k. Where's Golden Sands from here? That's Sanctuary. It's like northeast somewhere, I think. I hate having the health bar on the screen when it's not necessary. Head east. You've already got Boobies 6 as your... Oh. I'll think of something else. What's the chances I find like 18 storage crates at Sanctuary? And that was all I got from my supply run to Brilliant. Trim's going to obviously go in the wrong direction. See what they've got on the dock. Any gubs? I might actually sort all of these supplies because I hate having so much crap on the dock. And it's all... I've got loads of good stuff, but it's all laid out among like 50 different chests and barrels and stuff. So if I consolidate it all into my like actual barrels, then I'll be able to sink and take it all down with me instead of in separate floating. You know what I mean? Are there any other crates or boxes?
Stop! Have you washed your hands?
Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. I've washed them about 50 times this morning. Friend! We drove one of our cars for a year, bought new, went to book it in for a service, and the search against the plate came up with a different colour of the same model. Turns out they put the wrong plates on. Christ. Was that a fuck about? Trim actually hasn't hit anything. Is he pointing towards Sanctuary? Is there a chance in hell that Trim hasn't turned off? I'll give him that. Not too bad. Trim, well played. I need to make money a lot quicker than I currently am. My goal today is to get over 2 million so I can tick that thing off the list and then live happily ever after. Because that means that tomorrow might potentially be the final Sea of Thieves stream. Mind right, about 8 years ago you asked me what the... I can't fucking work out the menus. What today's tall tale is. Not tall tale, Jesus Christ. What today's daily deed is. Today's swift daily deed is to sail your ship 1 mile. I think I got that. And the standard daily deed is to crack some skulls, defeat skeletons in combat to accomplish this deed. And as you can tell, they've decorated the skull challenge beautifully with a picture of the gold hoarders. You alright, Sea of Thieves? Do you need a minute? Thankfully the garage were pretty quick to deal with it, as I suspect I could have got messy otherwise. As long as they admitted fault, right? We bought a car from a place in Hull called Priory Park, which has a load of garages on it. When I was... not me, adult me, when I was learning to drive. We went to go pick the fucking thing up. Organised all this messing about getting home from fucking college and work and stuff. Set off. I had to took ages to get there for some reason. We finally got there. It was like fucking 7 o'clock at night, and they'd sent it in for a valet, but somebody had a day off, so they didn't get to valet all the cars. Therefore, it was fucking in a big long queue. They pulled it into the car wash to give it its like ready for sale wash, and then ran out of time. So they just closed both doors on the car wash, and it was just locked in the car wash. So we couldn't get it. We had to go home without a car, having organised being dropped off so that we could drive that home. What a fucking mess. What, gold hoards don't have skulls? I mean, is that what it's asking me? Tell you what, let's be sarky with this. Please have one for me. Please. 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 Oh, she's got 2. Ma'am, I love you more than you know. Okay, this is going to help us in our 69,000 gold challenge. Goodbye, thank you. Right, next, I need to vote this voyage up. If somebody comes and attacks me, we are just doomed. Now, who wants what from where? The breath of the sea calls from beneath the waves. Seek it at the shrine of ancient tears. If I have time, I will. You are hereby requested to collect 8 crates in the name of Charles from Sanctuary Outpost. Roger. God, I don't have my Chewy and I miss it. I didn't get to do me, like, to-do list today, and I'm all at sea. Clothing store, Charles. Got it. Charles, no messing about, please. I'm in a fucking hurry. I do find it a bit strange. Like, I appreciate that you have to have a merchant faction in a game like this, given the sort of East India Company and all that stuff. But is it canon that the best way to make money in this game is it not canon's maybe not the right word. Is it not against the point a little bit that the best way to make money the fastest as a solo player is to follow the rules and play by the law? In a pirate game. Like, I could go and sink a millionth, I could steal Fort of the Dams, I could fucking do the Fort of... I could do all of these things that are worth more money. But not only are they not safe, or not guaranteed, they're also 20 times more difficult. And the variables that could cause it all to just not work, and you get 0 gold from any of those transactions, are infinite. Therefore, the best way to make money should be a boring merchant. Of course not, you're providing the thing every pirate on the server needs, prey. You see, I would agree with that, and I am doing that, but by virtue of being a merchant, I never have any loot on board. And if I do, it's very briefly. It's between here and... Where's this going, for example? Cannon Cove, probably. Between here and the North Star Seapost is maybe a 3-minute journey. Like, the pirates have loot on board for hours. How haven't you made enough money yet? How shit are you? Siddles, welcome to the stream. I'm very shit. I'm a merchant, Siddles. I actually only need 69 million. 69,000 today. And then we can start the final quest and move on to the next game. Can I just tell everybody that hasn't ever been here for this facet of Doomhaus life, once this playthrough is finished and we begin the Halloween playthrough of Resident Evil, the chopped counter will be on, and there will be no marbles to determine the winner. It will be a case of guessing how many times I will die in a stream. And that process happens at the start of an hour before every stream, and it closes an hour into every stream. So there's a 2-hour window with the start of the stream being at the halfway point, where you can put your name on a list. Not a list like Trims used to. And we're going to use the slops rule now, where instead of people betting is back, Jamie, it is. And instead of the previous method of the first person to guess a number is the only person that can have it, because how that used to work is at 1 o'clock every day my time, an hour before the stream, I'd put the list up and it just go brrrr with loads of numbers, everybody guessing and putting their fucking names on the list. And before long, if you was like 20 minutes late, you had to get like 18, 19, 20, or just be silly and go for like 8 billion. Those were the days. It was a pain in my ass. And the worst thing is Discord's latency. So you always see your messages go through a little earlier. So sometimes if you write a message at the same time as somebody else, it looks like you guessed the number first. So like 3 people would go, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, like that. They'd guess 3 chops. And then I'd have to post a screenshot of what it looked like on my screen. And then everybody said it was doctored. And then it ended up being 3 chops. Didn't Trim win with... Trim... we made a joke about Trim never finishing games. He only gets 97% of the way through things. And Eric made that email. So Trim guessed 97 one day because he was late. And fucking won. Send reminders to all the oranges to remember to send their chop guesses. Because that's totally... not a dickish thing to do. Do not. Trim. Fucking hell. So, I am happy in the sense that it means that the greens don't just automatically have an enormous numerical advantage in a game of chance. Although, the greens can really pad the numbers. Yes, so now, Jamie, people can have multiples. There can be multiple on each number. Well, exactly like Mal. I'm saying the greens can pad it, but if the greens are all idiots and pick unrealistic... You know what I mean? And the oranges are better or more shrewd with it. Also, as well, like Jamie says, you can put the same... you can both go for the same number, and if Jamie, Trim and Siddles all had 5 and I died 5 times in that stream, then we go to marbles with just those 3 to determine who wins. That's exactly it, Jamie. Yeah, Slops came up with this for last year's Person of the Century of the Day game for Resident Evil 2. It's called the Slops Protocol or something grandiose we gave it a name of. At the end of the day, it's still marbles. Is it? What if one person has guessed it? It just shrinks the numbers down. You have to use a bit of nous to even get anywhere near marbles. What are the chances? It happened a few times last year. Oh fuck! There's a brig over there. They've got their sails down though, so maybe don't need to worry as much. Yeah, it happened last year. It happened a few times. I think we only did marbles like 2 or 3 times out of 6 streams. Right, North Star. I think is that a Reaper by any chance? The ghost ship over there. The fuck? Where did that brig go? I swear there was a brig. Hello? Yeah, no, Trim, it isn't essentially just marbles, but marbles will be used to determine if there is a tie. But the trouble is now we've got like fucking 15 more people that could get on the list. A lot of US people as well, because it was not very tailored towards US folks. Like if Easy Green wanted to get himself a number on the west coast of the US, he'd have to get up at like literally 5 AM to get himself a chance at Person of the Century of the Day. It does stop the mad rush at 1 o'clock as well. It means that everybody at an hour into the stream will start putting their guesses in all at once. Which is slightly imbalanced, but it works. We'll try it. It worked a treat last time. Right, where's North Star? I'm supposed to be going southwest, right? I think. Shit. Southeast, what am I doing? Look at Trim picking holes. Oh, are you fucking shitting me? Do I have to go to North Star while Flameheart's there? I actually do as well. God damn it. Fuck off, Flameheart. Nobody cares. Where's North Star Seapost from here? So he's at Wanderers. North Star should be... Please be in view. North Star Seapost. Please be in view. Is that it? Is that it right in the centre of the screen now? Look. I think it might be. Yeah, no 0 guessing Siddle. So it's going to be marbles on 0. So if I manage to pull it off, everybody has a chance of winning. And then... Yeah. Normal chop guessing. So where the fuck is this sea... Oh, it's there. Oh, good. Lovely. Okay, we don't have to go anywhere near... We don't have to go anywhere near Flame Hat. Although I'll probably hear him in a second. Flame Hat, keep it to yourself, whatever you're thinking. Nobody fucking cares. I really want to go back for them barrels behind. Have I got full supplies? Let me sort some shit out, actually. The issue is do we only do it this way for low chop games? I'm trying to think of ways that people could be dicks about it. And I kind of encourage that. Like if the oranges sort of coordinate and spread themselves out on the list. Imagine. Like if the oranges put themselves on any green guess going. Keep the chop guessing as it is, do you think? For Half-Life. Because Half-Life will be a lot higher chops. It sounds complicated, by the way, ladies and gents, but the rules are actually very simple. Gold can't guess, and that's it. That's the only thing. If they figure it out, then good for them. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not saying that people... I'm trying to think of interesting ways that people will be dicks about it. That sounds interesting to me. Fuck that storage crate off. I don't want all these storage crates on the deck. So many fucking supplies. Right, I'm actually going to park properly. If the number's high, then that's hilarious. Nope. I don't know how difficult this Resident Evil is. I'll be playing it on the standard difficulty again. Because this is my introduction to the franchise, after all. I played, what, one? I played 4 in 2018, then I played 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I want to see the game how it was designed. Trim! I only really go for harder difficulties on games I've played before. Like Half-Life's going to be. I bet you have mild sauce in that does too, yep. True. This is a good example actually, I was about to say the one thing, I bet you played Red Dead 2 with the UI on. Trim, how dare you. The one thing that I need to stress about the chopped counter is we can't let the chop counter edit the playthrough at all. Like, I cannot be influenced to go faster or go slower or take it easy or take more risks, etc. Because the chop counter's there. You just get what you get. He does, and he asks for them to put the extra hot flag in. Do people do that? I bet they do. It says fucking corner Siddles over here. If you're wondering why the hell I'm getting Reaper notifications for handing in merch and stuff. I smashed the bottles. I don't deserve the money for this. Am I grade 5? Yeah. Give me fucking grade 5 game, come on. Play the game. There you go, man. Do I still get full money for them? They didn't actually break. But he prefers fizzy drinks because otherwise it's too spicy. I'd take milk with me, Trim, because it's too spicy. Right, that's grade 5. Lovely. Still getting Reaper notifications. No fucking clue why. Right, where's that meat? I had fucking cooked pork and a cooked plenty fin, didn't I? Not in there. I'll hand these into the hunters and get a bit of money for it. Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Other restaurants are available. Thank you, Gwendolyn. You've always got one eye on our sponsorship deals. Right, next one. Balls deep. Have I got time? I have. We're good, we're golden. Not that, fuck off. Lone Cove. I think that's Lone Cove, right next to us. All in, balls deep. I'm really hungry. I don't have any fucking breakfast this morning. We had to rush out, so now I'm sat here. Unquenched. That's not a word, is it? I'll take it. Right, Lone Cove. Is Lone Cove, if anybody's played Sea of Thieves before, north? Yep, okay, straight north. Can I sponsor the stream? I'll send you an ad script and you have to read out on each stream. I'll pay you 3 bits per stream. Woo! Tell you what, Trim, before you do it, just let me know that you need it. The way you remind me to do it, just give like a big, like, purple notification on my screen somehow to remind me. And then I will make sure I earn those 3 bits like a hero. Your restaurant is a bit of a stretch. There are still restaurants if they're fast food. But there's weird ones. Nando's, as much as I appreciate one every now and again, strikes that uneasy balance where fast food is a shithole restaurant, but the food is cheap and quick. Whereas posh restaurants, oftentimes, it's very expensive, takes a fucking age to get anything, but the food is nice. Whereas Nando's strikes that uneasy balance where the food is incredibly expensive, it takes ages, but it's still fast food. That's not a good combination. It's fast food at restaurant prices. Oh, Nando's is definitely fast food. 100%. It's just not literally fast, it's just of the quality like fast food. Oh, I love a Nando's, don't worry, don't get me wrong. Will the script be WMPH over and over? I hope so. Chicken is shit, says Trim. That's a Dr. Dre song, isn't it? With Snoop on Sitting Down is Posh. It is though, right? It's Nando's is closer to fast food than it is to any other type of restaurant, and that's somebody that loves it. Right, give me some good food from this. I wouldn't mind cooked food, please, game. What would you say? It's like a restaurant. The quality of the style of preparation and stuff. I think I say it's fast food. If there was a normal restaurant that was just saying that sort of stuff, then that was doing it. If it was like a hole in the wall sort of single, non-enormous franchise restaurant, street food on a plate. Yeah, sort of. It's closer to McDonald's than it is to anything else. They'll give you a metal cutlery, so it's not fast food. That's what I'm saying, Trim. It's the fast. I'm talking about the food itself. I'm talking about the food and the preparation, not the presentation or the methods of eating. Just because it's a big chain at this point, you kind of think it's fast. Again, I'm trying to justify the fact that, in my opinion, the food is a fast food. It's a semantics argument to separate them from KFC. Yeah, precisely. Frankie and Betty's and TGI's. Yeah, again, yeah, I'd say they're closer to fast food than they are actual restaurants, definitely. There's still... It's because of the preparation techniques and the method and the cost of the ingredients and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But it is in the oeuvre of fast food. I think we confuse the term fast food with being like takeaway, right? At places you go in, buy it, and then walk out. They are it's difficult. I don't think restaurant and fast food are two separate things. Yeah, they are. The restaurants there can be a thing. I'm arguing that they're restaurants that sell fast food. I don't know. I'm trying not to be snobby with this, but I think that's what I'm trying to say, Gwynblade, but I don't think I can get it across as succinctly. Right, where's Charlotte? She's round this side. It's not fresh ingredients and stuff, is it? It's just... It's the same way McDonald's make their food is very, very similar to the same way Nando's make theirs. Nobody's cutting anything, nobody's dicing anything, nobody's preparing anything. It's bought in bulk, emptied into a thing by a 16-year-old, and it's prepared by the book, by the design, and then just chucked out super quick. Everybody's plate is the same. No matter where you go, whether you're in middle of Portugal, whether you're in, like, anywhere, it's all the same. That is what makes fast food fast food. Out of the bag and into a fryer, yeah, exactly, by a 16-year-old. There's no chefs that work there because chefs that don't work in fast food locations, right? Do you see what I'm trying to say? But you pay fucking restaurant prices for it, regardless. Which is why it feels a bit of a... Did I tell you about that time I tried to order a steak at the Frankie and Benny's in Hull? What? I mean, that just seems like a mistake on your part. Do you see what I'm saying, Siddles? I'm not saying they aren't restaurants or anything like that, but it's the by very design. The food itself is... Why is there a... Do you know what, Koala? They've overfixed robots. This is getting loopy. Can I get plucked out of the sand, whatever it is? Cannonball crate? No? Okay, roger that. Concerned about my server. It's so weird. I've honestly seen 8, 9 robots today. Can't believe you're saying it's not a restaurant. Shut up, Trim. Stop stoking the fire. The food comes out quicker than spoons at Nando's. Nando's as well. I think pub food's slightly different, right? If there's real chefs sit down, proper restaurant food, pub food, and fast food, Nando's is 1,000,000% closer to fast food than it is the other two. The source of all that is holy, Wikipedia, is giving conflicting information. I ordered a steak and chips. The guy served me. He said, "Do you like steak?" I said, "Yes, I do." And he says, "Don't have it here."
Nando's / Nando's / is a South African multinational fast food chain that specializes in flame-grilled peri-peri style chicken. Founded in Johannesburg in 1987, Nando's operates over 1,200 outlets in 30 countries.
Jesus.
Their logo depicts the rooster of Barcelos, one of the most common symbols of Portugal. The restaurant was founded in 1987 in Rosettenville, Johannesburg by Mozambique-born Fernando Duarte and South African-born Robert Brozin. Upon visiting a Portuguese Mozambican takeaway named Chickenland, and trying the chicken with peri-peri, a sauce that was first developed in nearby Mozambique and further refined in South Africa before being exported to other Portuguese territories and mainland Portugal.
So I think the issue comes in thinking that a fast food place can't be called a restaurant. You can have restaurants that sell fast food. ZZ's, is that what it's called in your town? So it looks like for the bits. That's guess for anybody that doesn't have a single fucking clue what we're talking about. That's just answered it. It's like by the book chicken, but the famous part, and the thing that makes it popular around here, is the sauces. Settles, thank you for the info. There's absolutely... Oh, there is fast... Well, fucking McDonald's is a fast food restaurant, right? A restaurant is a place where you sit down and eat. But the term restaurant has become... I think I was probably confused things by saying the opposite was a restaurant. Best I can do is a Whataburger. Yeah, it's like I say, it's like Siddles' bits say. That's what Nando's, Frankie and Benny's, etc. are, yes. Fast food served in a theatre and... In the theatre and language of a restaurant. That's better. Well, more. That is a better way of putting it, quickly. Yeah. Daggertooth? Fuck this. Oh, god damn it. Right, boys and girls, we're going to go for a midstream break while pointing at Daggertooth Outpost. They've stolen all of Nando's branding. What's it called? ZZ's? There's a lot of them as well, isn't there? Like, you go down any sort of not quite town centre street in any major town and city in this country, and there's a Nando's rip-off somewhere. Right, I want all these empty storage crates off my goddamn. Has it just opened or something? Has Birmingham got a lot of them? Shout out to Birmingham. Got kebab shops called, like... Look at that! Again, 61 grubs. kebab place called McDonald's. This is so many supplies, by the way. This is fucking ludicrous. I need to make 40,000 gold in the back half of the stream. I should be able to do that with the emissary voyage. So many grubs. DFC. But there's a high chance they're considerably better. True, true, true. That being said, shout out to Nando's. God, I'm so hungry now, you bastards. Here I am saying I'm starving, and then we're getting a big conversation about friggin' Nando's. This is not easy on a controller. I also might crash into something or go straight towards a Reaper or something. I'm feeling I didn't actually look in the crate then. I've lost my rhythm, god damn it. According to Demolition Man, in just 11 more years all the restaurants will be a Taco Bell anyway. Yeah, that's actually finally made its way over here, Taco Bell. Do you know what? I could take it or leave it. She loves it. Fun fact, the KFC does not sell the Colonel's recipe. Do they not? Not enough sugar in it, is that what you're telling us, Goodwin? Right, where's all the merchant shit that I've got to sell? There. 50 cannonball crate, 50. Right, all the merchant shit I'm going to sell is next to the cannons. I can sell it all now, can't I, when I'm at Daggertooth? What's in these? These full. 0 out of 50. 50 out of 50. Right, we can start fucking making some money from this shit now. I'm assuming I'm going towards Daggertooth. I just started heading east. Probably north of it. Oh, god damn it, Stubbler. They ditched that and the process in order to make it viable fast food for franchising. The original recipe is, by all accounts, through some very tenuous circumstances, still served at Chicken Hut in Limerick. Is it the one place that's still sticking to the Colonel's recipe? And it has to be an island. I'm sure they've upped the supply drops. I was playing yesterday, managed to find 3 pineapples. I've been in Hull for too long. 3 pineapples. I love Taco Bell. Are you a big fan? No, is that I hate? Is that I hate or I love? It's I love, isn't it? It's true, I heard it. Gwynblade can confirm. I think if that's... Oh, you want? I used to know someone from Portugal and I can't remember. She used to teach me so much and I've forgotten all of it. I've had a great Taco Bell and an awful one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. The great one was at 3 AM after a nightclub, though. Can you have a bad takeaway at 3 AM after a nightclub? You could eat it, throw it all up immediately, all over your own legs, and still look back fondly on it. I'm going to pull up at Daggertooth and hope that it'll just let me stay here, but I'm worried that this is not a very good time to be having a midstream break. Trim, can you promise me that you won't sink while I'm away? Fucking water in the barrel. Am I going to crash? No. I need the plants. Don't crash, Trim. So play one of their old ads. The slogan was yuck. Ah, I see. Fuck. I can't really afford to go for a midstream break with all the shit on board, because I'm going to be parking at the side of Daggertooth that isn't where you sell stuff at the merchants. Or I plan on doing, but I don't actually know where I am currently. Can I have permission to go for a late midstream break? Is this the right... I'm in the wrong area. I've gone to the wrong side of the outpost. It says I need to go to a W name, doesn't it? on Daggertooth. Winnie. I think Winnie's in the weapon shop on the other dock. Fast food tastes so much better when your body needs carbs and sugars, that's for sure. Yes. Nobody's ever gone to McDonald's when they're full, have they? There's certain foods that I could eat despite being incredibly full. Also, no matter what country you're in, isn't it always the truth that McDonald's abroad are better than they are in your home territory? Oh, it's always been the case for me. In Holland and in Spain and in France, they've always been a better. Portugal always had a better menu. Fucking cinnamon apple pie in the morning. Woo! And like, I don't mean that apple pie in a tube that nearly killed Alan Partridge. I mean proper, like, you get beers in French McDonald's. In fact, you get breakfast at 1 AM is all it is for me. What, at, in UK or abroad, Siddles? You prefer the UK to others? I think maybe it's because it's different. And you, oh, yeah, but this, like Koala says, the Spanish one for a while, back when I was eating this stuff, they had bacon cheeseburgers on the fucking pound saver menu. It was like €1.20 or something for a bacon cheese quarter pounder. Jesus. I mean, they weren't as good as the fucking Burger King ones, because nothing is. But damn, they were good. In fact, you get out abroad, yeah, so much better. Pretty sure you wouldn't be enamoured of our McDonald's. Yeah, maybe so. It's not quality, it's quantity, right? You fucking nerds going to McDonald's when abroad. It is the foolish thing to do. But do you never get that anxious feeling where you just need something familiar? Because McDonald's is good for that. I'm not saying we didn't eat at a million billion different fancy places and local things and that kind of thing, but sometimes when you're in the need for something at fucking 3 AM, McDonald's being right there and being familiar is absolute godsend. Out of McDonald's straight into an Irish pub. Yeah, well, where the hell else in fucking Amsterdam am I going to see a rerun of Lee Evans live? Into Sonic in the USA, and that was great. American McDonald's has some good shit. Really big ice creams and slushy. I think that ticks the quantity box, right, Koala? Why am I've been sat talking about food for... I went and said I was hungry earlier, and now I've been sat talking about food for 45 minutes. Fuck it, let's carry on. I'm all about it. Imagine a big Mr. Whippy, but it's twice the height of the gun. It sounds structurally unsound, Koala. Well, of course, Mikey, that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about... Again, let me just qualify, so somebody else says it. I wasn't going to abroad just to sit and eat gourmet McDonald's that I could get at home. Give me more credit than that, thank you very much. That being said, when you can't remember your own name, and you can't remember where your hotel is, but there is a big, beautiful, inviting, familiar golden arch above your head. Oh, you ordered the small. Nobody explained what Mr. Whippy is. They've seen sex shows in their time, surely. Speaking of Amsterdam, and speaking of eating at Amsterdam, and speaking of sex shows, I once sat and watched two people shagging at full speed on stage about fucking 3 rows ahead of me, and looked to the left, and she was struggling to get the wrappers off her chewits. If you ever want to be in a washing machine of context... Oh, there was all sorts of... I watched a student eat a banana out of a lady's handbag. Not slow motion. No, they were better than us, Siddles. They were professionals. They could go in slow motion without ruining everything. No, they could go at full speed without ruining everything. Chew it wrappers are a bugger, it's fair. But it was a circus of emotions, I will say. Why did you even take culture? All right. Fucking hell. Why am I getting Reaper sounds for handing in merchant stuff? Stupid fucking game. Koala, what's the chances that none of this counts for anything? Right, I need 24k and I'm done. This conversation is outstanding. You can tell I haven't had much fucking sleep, right? Christ. What was it that person said that time about the Doomhouse's ability to talk about obscene and silly conversations at the same time? And very important, very serious. All at the same time without batting an eyelid. We do have a talent. Useless, but a talent. I assume it's a Bon or a Dairy Queen. Oh, Mr. Whippy, it's like, I'm going to go against Gwynblade's best wishes. It's just a type of shit ice cream. Like, bottom of the barrel kind of cheap ice cream van that you get at a sporting event or a village fete type of stuff. But goddamn is it good. And it's swirly, yeah. And it was invented by the most hated politician in British history. I'm not dissing Mr. Whippy Siddles. To say it's the cheapest form of ice cream going is not a diss. It's ice cream style frozen piss. Fuck. Is that some bullshit or did a politician Margaret Thatcher invented the it was Mr. Whippy, right? Or it was that kind of thing. It was Maggie T. It was Mr. Whippy, right? Just couldn't somebody fact check that for me? She definitely invented the swirly serve ice cream stuff. Fuck me, that line about the Chewits is still making me laugh. See, this is why I had to start streaming or doing something in the meantime, because I went from an absurd life to sat at home playing video games, so I had to at least punish somebody for it. Yeah, she was a student or something, was Thatcher. Like a... She a chemist or something, daft. And instead of doing what Walter White did, she's like, I'm going to make some fucking ice cream. Seems like widely debated, but she might have. She claims to have. It's been known to be true as long as I've been alive that she was in. But it's whether or not it's Mr. Whippy that I was debating. I am nearly done, by the way. We're going to make the 2 million in no time, and then we can actually. I don't know, what do we do for the rest of the stream? Just fucking fish. Mr. Whippy style ice cream vans don't have a foothold around here, I'm pleased to report. Well, don't dox us, Gwynblade. But it is true. We have the god of all ice cream vans. I was only joking, Gwynblade. I know you wouldn't have done, but it's true. Any other ice cream van can't get within fucking 100 miles of this place. And people come from 100 miles to indulge. Oh, that's made me hungrier than anything else, and I'm not a sugar person as a rule. Fuck. Alright, I'm getting a van. This ice cream van that used to come round, when Gwynblade and I grew up in a small village, when the ice cream van used to pull up in said small village, people would come out of their houses en masse with empty ice cream tubs and a full wallet to try and fill their entire freezer with it. And it'd come round twice a week. It was that level of... And it was just the ice cream. It wasn't the deals or anything like that. It didn't sell any branded stuff, or it did, but very rarely. Imagine. And Gwynblade had one yesterday as well. Probably the same fucking person. Right, boys and girls, it's time for a midstream break. I can actually finally have one. Being on the route puts £50,000 on your house value. There probably is Siddles. The response to eating it is that visceral. Can I sell some fruit while I'm here, by the way? Oh, I need to sell all these crates as well, don't I? God damn this. Fuck it. Right, boys and girls, I'm going for a swift midstream break, and then I will see you. Can we get a good view? Let's all appreciate Daggertooth for the beautiful outpost it is. And then I'm going to go for a lightning-fast midstream break. Hopefully not sink. And I'll see you at the other side. Margaret Thatcher worked for the J. Lyons Company and was on the team that developed a method to get you to buy air and imagine you were buying cheap ice cream. Close enough, I'll take that, mind, right? Thank you for the... Oh, shit, off your tits on ice cream. Can you imagine a better future, Siddles? Right, boys and girls, I'm going to sneak off for 2 minutes. I'll be back. Thank you for fact-checking, mind, right?
The company originated when British businessman Dominic Facchino visited the United States and saw the Mr. Softy ice cream franchise, selling soft serve ice cream from mobile ice cream vans. Unable to license the brand in the UK, Facchino set up his own Mr. Whippy franchise in Birmingham, England, in 1958. WMPH 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 Shamrock 1.
Whoa, timed that right. Good.
Starting with a fleet of 6 vans. Outside the United Kingdom, the company franchised internationally to Australia in 1962 by sending 10 vans on a ship from Southampton to Sydney.
Did he actually go a bit German? Let me just replay. The restaurant was... No, wait. The company originated with British businessman Dominique Faccio visited the United States and saw the Mr. Softy ice cream franchise selling soft serve ice cream from a mobile vans. Unable to license the brand in the UK, he set up his own Mr. Whippy franchise in Birmingham in the 50s. We're learning so much. Right, ladies and gents, first job, what's in this? The amount of shit in here never ceases to miss me. Jamie. You right. Settles, thank you for the bits. Trim, thank you. Press the wrong button. Right, have I still got a ship? I have. Let's finish this gold earning escapade and be ready for tomorrow. Mindrat says ginger beer. Koala says Diet Coke. Scotty says 7-Up. Jamie says lemonade. I'll sell these ammo crates. Mikey says Diet Coke. I should have taken the boat around the other side, really. I'll carry on, welcome to the stream, says ginger beer. Bybee, welcome to the stream, says tropical. How are we both? I have a craving now for that whippy lemon sorbet I've only ever had on Scarborough Front. You'd have half lemon, half whippy, shit in a cornet. You right. Siddle says Mr. Whippy. Gwynblade says caffeine-free Coke. Spoilers, Gwynblade. I'm going to drink that now out of spite.
Before 2004, caffeine was banned for Olympic athletes. In 1972, Mongolian judo competitor Bakar Buidar was disqualified for having the equivalent of 8 espressos worth of caffeine in his blood.
Me. They could tell because they couldn't get him down off the ceiling. Before 2004, it was banned. What? So it's not banned now? Athletes can caffeine up to the eyeballs before a race. That's one of them things where if any of them can, surely they all do. Because you have to, right? Right, Minor says ginger beer, Quell says Diet Coke, Scotty says 7-Up, Jamie says lemonade, Mikey says Diet Coke, Alkarion says ginger beer, Bybee says tropical. I nearly called Alkarion kitten then. Gwynblade says caffeine-free Coke. The answer, boys and girls... Where's Chaz when you need him? Is Pepsi Max Lime. Oh. God damn it, tastes good. Jamie, thank you for the bits, by the way. Thank you all for the bits. I'm nearly there. I've nearly beat the game. Is that really... It's like borderline too sour to eat Gwynblade that you're referring to? I feel like I've missed some context during the midstream break, but I'm alright with it. Like the lemon sorbet you're talking about. We used to eat this really sour sorbet at some point. I don't know where I got it from, though. My memory's slack today. I was about to say you do. I do what, Bybee? Now I don't know whether it's some UR attempt or whether it's an actual statement. Curse this place. This one at Scarborough was just yellow sugar, I think. Not actual sorbet. What is sorbet? It's just ice and fruit shit. Sorry, Tesco the other day that SodaStream have a license for Pepsi now. We might get one. They still sell them things. I bet they do. Oh, God, Vivey. I'm glad you held back. Am I near the gold thing yet? Nearly. I only need 11k. I'm about to get the 2 million. And then all that is left is the final tall tale. And then we move into the chop guessing bonanza that is Resident Evil 3. Have you got one, Jim? What are you making it? Fizzy tea. Thanks to our half cousin, I only associate SodaStream with kidney stones. The short kid that lives at the end of the road, right? Have I got that right? The menace to himself. You have cherry aid for it. That does taste good. I was a big fan of all them cheap aids that you get in Tesco. Not like that. One of the bottles apparently makes 9 litres of Pepsi Max. Fuck me. Right, I'll sell this fruit crate off because I need 20... if I've got 20 bananas, that is. Exactly 20, look at that. Is that it? That's it. Right, next, I need one more merchant voyage, and then we can live happily ever after.
Stubber loves AIDS.
Stubber? Jesus. Is that a pet name or something, Sills? I didn't realise we'd got to that part in our relationship. And yeah, he had to have a drink of something during classes at primary school, and he always fetched it in a SodaStream glass and cup. I see. I think I've told that story on stream before, but this kid that we're referring to it was a very short-lived and failed member of the same company I used to work for. And it was a hyper masculine, so I don't mean masculine in a bad way, but it was just a load of old blokes and people. And we had a big shed where we parked all the vans, and it had like a runner. It had big sliding doors, and it had a runner about sort of year big where the doors went across. And it was sort of built up a little bit with concrete at either side so the vans could trickle over it and it obviously not damage the tyres. He had a little Mini, did this kid. Like a car and Mini. And I don't mean the new ones, which are massive. I mean the old, real 70s, 60s and 70s Mini. And he got sacked. And the next morning after he got sacked, he turned up in his car that he'd had done up. Because he was angry. And his intention was to do big donuts in the gravel, you know, outside the door where everybody was preparing to set off for the day, in front of his old boss and etc. He was going to do this big statement donuts in this little Mini. Anyway, he understeered like an idiot and immediately got his fucking Mini stuck on the runner in the door and had to get not only his ex-boss but all of his ex-fucking colleagues and everything who would just have to lift him out. It's the biggest self-chop I've ever heard of. We also enjoy the irony of suddenly getting a hard-on for soda streams in the middle of a CO2 shortage. Thanks, Pepsi. Right, I'm going to go and check for merchant voyages because I'm getting a bit lost. I've been sort of running around in circles because I know I only need 10k left. Fuck, what a dickhead. Right, merchant voyages. Is that CO2 shortage still on? Is the driver shortage still a problem as well? I realised I didn't need to get them supplies that I just got before. I've got more food on this, more supplies on this ship than I think I've ever had. Madam, can I please buy some voyages, please? Oh yeah, my emissary quest, that works. Is the one at Daggertooth? Okay. Please don't be at Daggertooth. Emmerich at the Wild Treasure Store, and Catherine from 3 Paces East. Deal. You think I can get both of these done in an hour? What's the chances I can get 2 emissary grade merchant quests done in an hour? Probably all still happening, but the nation's attention span topped out. That is the news cycle nowadays, right? The most important and pressing issue in the world. You're sick of hearing about it after day 2, so you just don't think about it anymore. How depressing is that? 3 paces east, Seapost. Is it the Wild Treasures store, the other one? Wild Treasures store, so we'll go there first. Then 3 paces east might be the one down here. Is it down here? Yeah, alright. Let's go north-east to 3 Wild Treasures. Lovely. You can't objectively blame it on foreigners, so what's the point? Fucking hell. Is that the seapost right there? No, it's just a rock. It happened with COVID, right? I think people were sick of hearing about COVID at the end of last summer, so they unlocked too early and killed a bunch of fucking people. I know it's not as simple as that, but because we were all sick of it. I think today, Gwynblade, is the first time I've ever left the house without a mask. Just not even thought, like, it not even been in my mind that I should take a mask when I go out. That might be the first time, which I think is telling. I had to borrow one of Gwynblade's. It had a picture of Nigel Farage on it. Right, Wild Treasures. I think I should have all the money we need very shortly, and then we can spend it at getting our Shroud Breaker and go tomorrow. Depending on how it goes, then it might be my adventures on the Shores of Gold might span 2 days, but unlikely. We'll see. It was actually a posing pouch, but you didn't seem bothered. I wondered why my eyes were crossed. What's the mask situation like down there? There's a lot of people still wearing them. We don't have to, of course, but there's a lot of people still wearing them. Mainly Postman Pat. Can we stop talking about Postman Pat this week? I've noticed something as well. You can tell the clientele of a supermarket. Like, I think I've said this before. When you go in Morrison's, like 75% of the people in there are wearing masks. When you go in M&S, 100% are wearing masks. When you go in Tesco, 10% are wearing masks. And if you go in Aldi or Lidl, nobody is. I think it's all based on the price of the food when you're in there. I was in London at the weekend and not many people were wearing them, even though it's a requirement by TfL to wear masks. By TfL? Scotty, what's TfL? He was in Manchester this weekend and they had minimal. Yeah, it's strange. I guess it depends, like, I don't know. Oh, Transport for London. Sorry, I'm with you, Bit of train travel I've done lately, I'd say has been 95% of passengers are maskless. Fucking Londoners, is that what it stands for? Yeah. I actually wore for the first time this morning one of them masks where you nip the nose, and it's so much better than the cloth ones. So much more breathable as well. I had to borrow one off Gwynblade, you see. It still had Nigel Farage's face on it. I'm mostly shocked by the amount of under 30s people not wearing it. I guess it's the think you're invincible thing, right? We were all guilty of it. Stop, 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 stop. Right, please be from you, sir. Thank you. Fast pick up this. To time the jumps right so I can get on the deck without falling in the sea. What about this morning? When me and our arsehole mother was owning up to having shoplifted in the past. I was discussing the reasons, and Gwynblade said with a smirk look on his face that he's never done it. What kind of square are you, Gwynblade? Calling you out as a non-thief. Explain yourself. Yeah, there's a sort of trend as a kid as well, isn't it, to not to book the rules and to, you know what I mean? There's probably teenagers that are proud of not doing it. Jesus, there's so many things to pick up from this. I was just hoping these kids...
Did he see ye arrive? If I turn into a skeleton like him, kill me.
I didn't ask. Right. I'm just hoping that kids these days weren't a set of cunts. Hope is the right word, I think. Where's Kraken's Fall? There, all the way to the south. Do I pick up the other supplies? Nah, 'cause I'll just get the fucking plants will wilt and I'll be in trouble. Southwest. God damn it. Controllers. Jesus. I don't know how people PvP on controllers. There's one streamer that I've ever seen in them big tournaments actually PvP'd on a controller and she came second. That's Saika Sasumi or whatever you call it. Is it still the law to wear them in the north, he calls it, in Scotland? I don't know how different it is, I'll be honest. I don't really know what the rules are in these parts. So it's still very much... It's mandatory in all shops and stuff, and pubs and etc. The rules in Scotland are a farce, to be fair. But different, right? Was my point. Fucking emissary sloop. That's not a reaper, is it? Tell me that's not a reaper. No. The amount of people wearing them went down a lot when you got rid. I was going to say, if there's any news that states that anybody close by aren't doing it, completely ignore the rules. Or don't even care to. You need to wear a mask if you go to church, but go fucking nuts in a nightclub if you want. I find it's worth wearing one just to make the anti-mask people quietly seed into Twitter. Excuse me, Gwynblade. The entire world right now is in a state of please don't upset Twitter, because Twitter is one of the most... You know what I mean? It's the courthouse now. Alright, Facebook. So, like, if you go to nightclubs are just completely exempt from masks. I've enjoyed this boring stream. We've just been talking for 3 hours. Is it a demographic thing? Because churches are more likely to have at-risk people. That's not a bad show, actually. You're meant to wear a mask if you're not at your table / dancing. What, so you can't queue for the toilets in a group, but you can get on the sweatiest environment in the world, a dance club at a dance floor in a nightclub, and you don't have to wear one. But if you have a drink in your hand, you don't need to wear one. You're immune. God, I would kill for the wind right now, by the way. Fuck this. Yeah, that's a bit silly. Churches are easier to regulate, that's fair. When the experience of going to church isn't exactly damaged by wearing a mask, is it? Whereas at a nightclub, I can imagine if I had to wear a mask in a nightclub, I probably just wouldn't go. Because, like, it restricts away the point of being in a nightclub, does it not? Sometimes it's just a percentage game, though. Something being better than not. Yeah, true. True. If you can mitigate it a tiny bit, you might as well try. You need vaccine passports for nightclubs. That does make sense. Do I stop off at 3 paces and grab that? Because it might take me... I don't know where it will take me. Shrouded. Shrouded. Hello. Imagine. Nope. Well, then the NHS Scotland app is a broken piece of shit. Why? What's the issue with it? Come on then, Meg, I've got enough cannonballs to fight if you wanna. I'm not gonna actually sink it because I can't be bothered, but I will at least put some cannon shots. It just straight up doesn't work. Did you know a sloop megalodon takes between 11 and 15 cannon shots to kill? But the NHS Scotland app is a broken piece of shit, so you either have an A4 sheet of paper with you or hope that it works. It's fake IDs all over again. Fuck, imagine whipping out your little COVID passport to get into a club to not talk to anybody because it's too fucking loud. How many sword lunges is that then? If somebody kills a megalodon, Chaz, with just sword lunges, they deserve to. They deserve all the gold in the game. Hey, Chaz. Hint of lime with your Pepsi Max? Beautiful. I thought you'd be happy. I bought it just for you. Fucking Scotland's been so awful dealing with everything, honestly. Fucking Sturge. Witchcraft. Tell you what though, it tastes good. I nearly said it's our local ice cream van of soft drinks there. But let's not go too doxy. This is the longest journey in the world. Should I pick up the rest of the shit from the other seapost? What time have I got left? That feels a bit too sweaty. Doxy fresh. Sleeping docks. I went to Leeds International Beer Festival a month or so back and it required either a vaccine passport or a lateral flow test prior to entry. Imagine feeling like your liberty is at stake there. Yeah. Fucking liberty over safety. Sort of colossal cunt thinks they're bigger than everybody else's safety. Thinks their opinions are bigger than everybody else's safety. Misguided, I'd say. Mina, welcome to the stream. Look how much money I need. I need 7,000 gold. And then we are there. We're ready for the shores of gold tomorrow. Ooh. Right on cue. Captain, watch your back. Look at this name of this fucking skeleton. Captain, watch your back, son. God damn it. Slam dunk asked for a vaccine passport or proof of a negative lateral flow test. They didn't even check it. Yes, we're supposed to have a myriad things at Ellen Road, but we've never been asked or checked anything. Who is firing at what? Is that somebody firing at Trim? It's a sloop firing at a gun. Shit. Trim, defend yourself. You had an interview this morning? And it was a very good one. You had my trust me mojo going. So you lied to the poor people, is that what you're saying? I think the idea it's necessary is a deterrent to those who might take... But that's true as well. You get your clientele to be less aggressive and less dickheads about COVID if you put that in position. We basically just glanced at you to see if you actually were at least pretending you didn't have one or other. It's nonsense. So just either don't bother with it or check it properly. Exactly. I think that it's more likely to deter large swaths of people that aren't vaccinated or that are in trouble of or can't get a negative test, etc., etc. If you can put off 90% of those people from trying to get in, then it's probably beneficial, right? This is Kraken's fault. Am I going past the island I'm supposed to be going? God damn it. No lies, more like I have no experience and you need somebody with experience, but you really want to hire me anyway. Sharpens blade. Good shit, Mina. Well played. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's a deterrent... It's just... I feel like this sloop's coming for me, by the way. It's like X-rays in airports. They exist mainly to stop people who try. Speed camera signs is a good example of it. Plus, it either makes or it makes no sense as it is. I can be vaccinated and pass it on onto someone who got it with a negative. Hey, that's another thing, right? You don't actually have to have had COVID to spread COVID. Look at Trim. The entire orgy scene of the Southwest got completely riddled after Trim's antibodies. Do you know what? Speaking of Trim, I've got a fucking sweaty idea because I feel like this sloop might be coming for a tussle. If that's true, I should load this supplies into the rowie, right? Oh no, maybe it isn't. Okay, well maybe alright. Well maybe fine. Shout out to those policeman cardboard cutouts. Do they have them? What is it? Insisting you have a test or something? Oh, you mean the ones that deter people from ever trying to do something? I'm with you, I'm with you. I somehow avoided Trim's antibodies. Wait, and all the stuff you and him was doing together? It's a fucking miracle, Jim. Sloopy boy coming my way? Nope, we're fine. Yeah, the ones that stop the space. It's so fucking... It's lame, isn't it, that it works, but it definitely does. Do you know what I read the other day? To stop, like, binge eating and stuff in the house, put a mirror up in your kitchen. Apparently it's, like, incredibly powerful method of stopping you doing it. Do they melt in the rain? No, that's normal policeman you're thinking of, Mina. Easy Green, welcome to the stream. Just subtle things that make you a bit more aware. Right, am I going to get my big 2 million right here by handing into Luton Penelope? It's broken as well. I'm getting Reaper notifications for doing merchant stuff. I'm on a black screen here, but gets me on the ship. Speaking of antibodies, I'm getting my flu jab at 5:30. Odds it'll destroy me. You're just going to be some deep state drone after that, Gwimbler. I used to swear when I worked tech support, I could have saved hundreds of hours by just putting a cardboard cutout of me near all the computers, because whenever I showed up, everything started working. Hang on. I used to swear when I worked in tech support, I could have saved hundreds of hours by just putting a cardboard cutout of me near all the computers, because whenever I showed up, everything started working. I see what you mean. Oh, so we weren't working before, right? It's a bit similar to one of them things where the Queen thinks the entire world smells of fresh paint. Does anybody want to do a channel point prediction on Gwynblade dying to his flu jab? Cardboard cutout is a perfect example of all this, though. Social engineering over more practical methods. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Koali, I think bringing that up was actually maybe the perfect way for us to explain it. Something similar happened with you yesterday. Where's this fucking skeleton? Tiny Green, welcome to the stream as well. How are we both? You died of the flu injection. You're on the risk of being made redundant by cardboard you. Taxlight, welcome to the stream. The cardboard cutout probably doesn't create the correct aura of fear in technology, though. Is that always you just scare the technology into bending to your will? Was watching the NFL on a dodgy stream cutting out every few seconds, driving me up the wall. Go looking to pay for the subscription service, and as soon as I get on the page, the stream ran flawlessly. Just trying to make you sweat. There it is, 2 million gold is achieved, boys and girls. We have only one thing left to do on the playthrough, and that is tomorrow we start the final mission. We attach the Shroud Breaker and head to the shores of gold. You've heard GLaDOS is very afraid of mind, right? RE could definitely be Wednesday, Scotty, it's true. Well, there's a lot more people in than there was when I discussed this earlier. Person of the Century of the Day is not going to be marbles for Resident Evil. To get Person of the Century of the Day, you have to guess correctly, or be the closest to guessing correctly, the amount of times I die per stream. The chopped counter will be making its return and you will be guessing how many times I die. You have to get your guesses in either in the first hour of the stream or an hour before. What am I doing? I didn't even get the fucking things I was supposed to hand in. The old ways are back. Yes, they are. We're going to use the slops rule, though, where multiple people can guess. But the guessing opens an hour before the stream and it closes an hour in. If there are multiple people on the number that wins, or multiple people with the correct answer, we will be doing marbles with just those few. Bit of spice. Which means that the Resident Evil playthrough is going to force me to try and... my plan is, as much as possible, to survive. I will be taking any means necessary to avoid death as much as possible. So it makes... I've always thought the gameplay... When it comes to a game where you're in danger a lot, the gameplay is a lot better when you're trying not to die. Yeah, that rule makes so much more sense now. We're not only 5 people, doesn't it just... Have I handed everything in? Are we good? One more cloth? I'm in danger of making another 100,000 gold today. So yes, when you see me in Discord an hour before the stream starts saying no chops in Sea of Thieves or no chops in the Doomhaus Space Agency or no chops in Skyrim, that is because at that time, every day, forever, up until early 2020, that is when we started making our chop guesses. And most people come in at 1 o'clock to see if there's any guesses to be made, despite the fact there hasn't been any for fucking years. That's why I have a hard time justifying high difficulty in anything that's striving to be cinematic. True. The last game with a chop counter, Jamie, was Resident Evil 2 in fucking 2020. It's weird, right, Siddles? I mean, in 2020, if it wasn't for Resident Evil, it'd be Tomb Raider that we last guessed chops on. Rise of the Tomb Raider, and since then we've played The Witcher, Black Mesa, Untitled Goose Game, Subnautica, State of Decay a million times. It's been a while. Oh, I did it do on I Am Bread, yeah, a little bit. That was just after Black Mesa, which I did chops on. I think I started I Am Bread during the Black Mesa. Yeah, Black Mesa had chops. That's true. Black Mesa was the one. And I guess I might as well go through the schedule. So, Person of the Century of the Day for the next few months is Sea of Thieves is marbles. Resident Evil 3 is chop guessing. After that is the Outer Wilds DLC, which is marbles. After that is the Half-Life franchise playthrough. I'll be playing everything, apart from all the first-person shooters anyway, and with chop guessing on. And then after that is Valheim with marbles, and then Fallout is going to be marbles. Because I don't want people getting upset because I'm reading terminals and stuff in Fallout instead of putting myself in danger to justify their chop guess. So yeah, chop guessing is going to return for the twice in the next few months. It was good, Mina, right? 3, Jamie. I've never played much, if any of the Fallout games. So I'll be playing 3. It'll be my introduction to completing a Fallout game. Why did I go east? I meant to go north. You joined and saw the very last stream of I Am Bread. Is that the last you ever saw? No, you did Resident Evil, right? I played a fair chunk of New Vegas, and I've tried Fallout 3 multiple times, but bounced off. So this, I've always maintained that there is going to be a moment when I fall in love with the Fallout series. I know myself well enough to know that that is just round the corner. And every attempt, I always think, come on, Stubbler, you can do this. You can love these games. And I think it's going to be this. I'll do everything, Scotty. Yeah, I think it's Game of the Year 1 on Game Pass or something like that. I don't want to stop playing Sea of Thieves, though. I'm super excited about, because I set up all the scenes and stuff for Resident Evil. I'm super excited about Resident Evil, but I also don't want Sea of Thieves to stop. And I don't want Resident Evil to be too long, so I'm excited about Outer Wilds. But I also don't want either of them two to be too long, because I want to get back to... I do love Fallout 3. I love the ending of Fallout 3 when you defeat Alduin. The King of Stormwind? I have the 2 million gold now, so I might as well tick it off. For the second to last time in this playthrough, boys and girls. Look at this. 2 million gold has been earned during the entirety of this playthrough. And there is now one thing to complete. Tomorrow, at the start of the stream, we will be heading to Morrow's Peak. We'll be speaking to the mysterious stranger. I might speak to him in between streams. Hand in the 2 million gold needed to make the Shroud Breaker. And then we can set about attaching it somehow or carrying it with us and trying to part the shroud that surrounds the map. We're going beyond this, off the map, to try and find the fabled shores of gold, which we still don't believe exist, and I'm still not going fucking west enough. So that'll be tomorrow. And then once that's finished, either it doesn't exist and we can live happily ever after, or it does exist and we can live happily ever after, but fucking rich. Keep thinking you're nude for half a second even. What, in real life or in game? I am very flesh coloured in game, that's true. I'm just a naked pirate. I think most people would consider me nude in game, because I don't wear cosmetics. Today in House Flipper, there's a Godfather reference. There's not a horse head, is the koala, I'm assuming. You have to clean the horse's head out of the... But your clothes aren't that close to your skin tone. I mean, from a distance, if you was to sort of be... sort of sailing by and you saw this, ignore the coral curse, you'd think, that man over there is wearing naught but flip-flops. I always think this wave emote needs... Your character needs to be saying, "Cooey." This is the wave that somebody does that tries to get the attention of somebody that doesn't actually like them as much as they think they do. Oh, we'll be getting YouTube. Yeah, you will. It's going to be the return of Jill Valentine nude mods. Or Mr. X in flip-flops and the bikini mods. And I'm going to say it now as much as possible, so hopefully they turn up in YouTube's recommendation. Mr. X jiggly flops. Mr. X is dead though, we killed him. I think everything in the new DLC is a reference, but I'm just not getting them. Is it the references DLC? But I like it, I think it's tippy top. I actually really like it in the dark. It's not very good for tucking though, because you light up like a... Just need to do the voyage, then I've got the coral curse. I hope you have an easier time doing that bastard voyage than I did, Scotty. You have to chase a fucking brigantine for an hour just to get your... Jesus. I really liked that update, I'm going to say it. That was super good. The shrines update and stuff. This coral curse and gambling addiction. I'll learn from your mistakes and take the chest with me, definitely. Who was the ship that got... Oh, it was a cell, wasn't it, that the ship was named after that got sank? Or sunk. There was that moment, wasn't there, when I was swimming back up with the key. Right at the end. When I was about to get the curse, I was swimming back up. And I was at the shrine I needed to be in, lest we forget. I tell you what I should be doing. I should be going to the treasury and getting that thing. Yeah, I was swimming back up with the key and I could see the ship above me and then it just started to sail away. Are we alright with... this is a genuine question, by the way. I'd like if there's any genuine answers out there. The best-ofs, when they're short like they are, put in like the big Sea of Thieves sections in, because there's always something that happens in a month that I think could fit in the best-of. Because obviously I had the big Ash and Wind Skull section. Because when the best ofs are quiet, I think I'd rather have one of them than like a 12-minute best. If that makes sense. Harry, welcome back. Come sail away with Harry. You agree in what way, Trim? You'd rather have one of them than than a short best of. Because some of the thing is with Sea of Thieves, like you can have interesting moments in other games, but an interesting moment you'd rather have than a short one. Gotcha. You can have interesting moments in a game, but in Sea of Thieves, the interesting moments have usually got about 2 hours of context. I've thought about releasing them separately, but I'd feel a bit of an egotist if I released a video that's just of me. If that makes sense. Band trim. That's what it was. Who said what? I'd rather have that than a short one. Harry, what a profession. Because if I'd have shown me stealing that Ashen Wind Skull from them kids, it would have missed half of the reason why it was so interesting. It's almost like you stream just by yourself for 3 hours a day. Well, I mean, that's fair. But to say, here, look at this super cool thing I did and nothing else. That's what I'm saying, Matt. That's what we're discussing. If I would release a video of just me, I'd feel a bit, I don't know. I don't feel like it would be worth watching of just me, but to slip it in and add something to the best ofs. I want a Stubbler IRL stream. What, just me wobbling about, not being able to walk straight? Going around Yorkshire. It's a very beautiful place, Harry. Devil's Ridge. Ah, yeah, we can do this. We'll burn at Devil's. No, because I need to fucking lower the emissary, don't I? Bollocks to it. We're getting this done. Even if it kills me. Right, speedrun. Tomorrow is the Shores of Gold stream, which means that whatever I do today is just bonus gold. Yeah, like, I don't know. This game, you can't just put 30-second clips in. Stubbler chattering with other Yorkshiremen on the streets would be lovely. That is what I do. The Salt End sunsets. Alright then, dickhead. If you Google now, Salt End, 2 words, sunset, I bet that plant looks beautiful as the sun goes down. I bet there's some fucking photographer that's managed to make Salt End look nice at sunset. Are you being serious? I thought you meant the plant itself. I'm going to Google it now. Salt End Hull sunset. There's some beautiful shots of Salt End right there. Look at that one. I'm going to put it in Discord. Tell me that's not a beautiful sunset, despite the fact that the Salt End chemical plant is ugly. Sothan, welcome to the stream. Apparently Googling pictures of Hull triggers your safe search warning on your antivirus. Sothan, welcome to the stream. It is going brilliantly. I have finished literally everything, and now all I need to do is the final tall tale, and then we are done with here. Right, where's Devil's Ridge? Definitely not in the Raw. Devil's Ridge is a long way away. You know what? I'm going to sink at Devil's Ridge. I'm going to burn at Devil's Ridge if I don't have time. And we're going to leave a grade 5 merchant emissary on the dock. The skull fort over here as well. Pretty pictures. Sothan, my love. It's going very well. How are we? Everybody say hello to Sothan. Type literally anything in the chat to say hello to Sothan. There you go, Sothan. As lower effort greeting as possible. By the way, I also need to advertise something else as well. Boys and girls, I am committing to the 7 Days to Die Halloween one-off. So there is no new server for us all to play. There is no big, elaborate 25-hour plan. We are going to do a 4-hour 7 Days to Die session on Christmas Day. Fucking Halloween Day. And we are going to get an entire first week done in that 4 hours. The days are going to be turned down to 30-minute days. So the sun's going to go like that, and we've got to hopefully get as much done as possible to survive the blood moon. Trying to fix this cough. You still got that cough, Sothan? I've somehow managed to get sick with what seems to be a cold, so your voice has gone again. Yeah, but I bet you sound so much more beautiful, Sothan. Get better, my love. Good luck on the test, you're going to nail it. You got a big test in 2 days, Jesus. Literally anything, says Mind Right. I hate Americans, says Siddles. Shite, says Jamie. 7 days Christmas is one of the greetings you've received. So, are you a paid test taker? Because I swear you're always taking a test. I always have a test. He's doing about 8 degrees at once, is our Sothan. I heard you say I'm committing myself. It rhymes with what I'm actually doing, but I'm not going to show you from the waist down. Sothan always sounds beautiful. That's what I said. I said I bet it makes him sound even more beautiful. He's an amazing testy. Sothan is a great test taker. The voice at the moment is really gravelly. Press 1 if you'd love to hear Sothan read the phone book in a gravelly voice. Watch this, Sothan. There's a 1 from me. Look, see? It's the life of a sex worker. The sunset really sets off the steam from the chemical thingy, I know. Sunsets make ugly stuff look better, right? Do you know why? Because it makes it dark. That's the cat. His whole crematorium. Stay warm, Sothan. You don't want to become a testicle. This is the slowest trip to Devil's Ridge I've ever been on. Drink lots of tea. Jesus, I've got a long way to go. And have Metro Exodus for $9. That's not a bad deal. It's a good game. Have you played the other 2 first, though? That's one game where I would heavily recommend playing the first 2. Did you ever play Exodus Alcarion on your Metro playthroughs? Play the second one. The second one's a banger. Maybe something stronger. This is where Mina starts advertising Carlsberg and completely sells out. It does make the scene look a bit post-apocalyptic, though. Hull does, as a rule, look post-apocalyptic, which is the town that's taken in. I did 2 years of working pretty much exclusively at that chemical plant, and it was amazing. It was one of them places where they're obsessed with health and safety. So you had to get a fucking... just to screw a kick plate on a door that takes 10 minutes, you had to get 2 hours of permits and risk assessments. And I drank so much coffee. Is the stream freezing for anybody? Stream? Thank you. That was not dropped frames. I don't know what that was. Is that picture your bathroom? Yes, it is. As if I get any sunlight, true. There's £10, $10 vouchers going on Epic right now if you sign up to the newsletter. I'm going to do that, actually, because then I can get the DLC for cheap. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just the whole OBS just decided to freeze, but I didn't drop any frames, despite the fact that there was fucking 50 seconds there without any big round thing in the middle as his toilet. You saying I steam my... Played all 3 in order, never completed all of Exodus DLC. Yeah, I hadn't actually started the DLC myself. I think Exodus is brilliant, but you need to have played the first 2, I think, to appreciate what Exodus does. It's £10 off anything over $13.99. Gwynblade, is the Outer Wilds DLC standalone? Or is it... do you just click buy expansion on the menu of the base game? I'm hoping you say it's standalone. Oh, so you do it via the base game client, right? I'm so looking forward to playing that. It's standalone on Xbox, Harry, is it? So you can buy the DLC without buying the base game? And install it and play it without buying the base game? It's going to be such a total shift, isn't it, to go from Resident Evil 3 to Outer Wilds. Fucking worst DJ in the world. Do you know what I'm going to do before I get to Devil's Ridge, seeing as the game won't give me the win? Oh, it will give me the win. Still going to do it, though. Seeing as this is the last act of today's stream, let's load all this shite on the robot. can just... Because Devil's Ridge, where you stop to hand in the merchant stuff, the lady's got a load of rocks around her and stuff. I'd be surprised if there was a standalone version, but don't want to say anymore. Gotcha. Well, crap, now I think about it, I played the base game on Game Pass and I don't think it's on there anymore. Is it not? No, it wasn't actually when I went looking, it was just the console version. Stubbler, you're a little Wendy, tee hee hee. Cellist, can I get a ban on Mina, please? I think I see what you're saying, Gwynblade. I'll stop thinking about it. It's weird, actually, because I always said that the stream was going to be about long playthroughs. We're actually going to go through until we get to Fallout. Actually, I don't know how long Valheim is, or however you say it. I've just got to the period in the podcast where they're talking about that game and everybody's gushing about it. Fuck it, no, no! Stubbler, no! Stop, 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 stop! I'm coming, plants! Idiot. I dropped it clean through the robot. How is that even possible? I feel like fucking Tom Hanks in Castaway now. Epic Gwynblade, because it was only on Epic for PC when I played it last time. At least they'll be watered. This is true. I dropped my plants off the back of the ship. In fairness, there's 2,000 gold here. It would be foolish to waste it. Salt water is the best for plants. Wilson, yeah. Here's a fun fact. Tom Hanks was at our father's wedding. Better get them before the piranhas do. The piranhas only eat cabbage. We discussed this yesterday. Mermaid, can we please, thank you? They love cabbage. Of course. Fuck's sake, why did I bring it up? Do you think I've got time to go and sell off? I should do. If I can get all this dropped off, lickety split, then I might be able to get to Ancient Spire and lower. And then we'll burn there. And then that will be the penultimate. Echoes of the Eye is £7, £9.79 on Epic, you mean? Just put that down. That's good, alright. More Outer Wilds though, imagine. I'll tell you what I could do, if I'm going to get super sweaty with this. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, it's like piranha, like the Brazilian spelling, isn't it, of HA, or pronunciation. This is Devil's Ridge, right? I'm not losing my fucking mind. There you go, Mina. Your gratitude has been tret with pervert face. Right, here's my tactic. We'll deploy the robot here. Deploy robot. No, turn the fucking lantern on. Deploy the... And then we'll crawl... Trim, are you actually alright to drive yourself? Just slowly over towards Ancient Spire. Can't help my face, I haven't got the money for plastic surgery. The flasher face. I love it when my gratitude gets me the pervert face. We've got good at delivering that around here lately. Right, now, Trim is pointed at the outpost we need to go to. His sail is tickled. Now, where's my robot? There. Okay, so if I now... We're going to kill 3 birds with one shit in the woods. Ready? No! Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm too efficient. So Trim should slowly make his way to Ancient Spire while I'm selling this shit. Because I'm a grade 5, this robot that we got at the start of the stream all of a sudden comes into... makes use of itself. Keep an eye on Trim. If anybody attacks him, It'll be pretty funny. I mean, we'll defend him with our lives. Better than getting the pervert's willy. Why wouldn't you finish it? Is that my mermaid? Gotta be. Even though it's got no smoke on it. You see, Mina seems to be kicking off now, but she's just angry that he didn't finish it. Which is closest? I think closest is round here, right? Did you ever get those last plants? But I did. Right, let's go hand in. I don't mind Trim, to be honest, but I don't want him to know that. Anybody else? I think this place runs better when we don't acknowledge how much we kind of like one another. Better left unsaid, you know. The only person you're allowed to pass pleasantries with is Sothan, because he's the sexiest. This is unnecessarily... I'm a merchant, I shouldn't be putting this much effort in. I've just smashed my bottles, god damn it. Now, here's an interesting theory. There's a storage crate, let me show you. There, look, see it? In the middle of the screen. Now that storage crate could have a very expensive fish in it. One of the rare ones, imagine one of all that. Now, if I was to find a rare fish, I would be obligated to hand it in, and that would take more time and delay the stream out and push marbles back. Why am I getting merchant music? Therefore, I refuse to look in it just in case. The aren't pleasantries the tablets that go in your bum? Yes. No, they're meaningless sentences that come out of it. There you go. I got a bit of a dig at small talk there just to keep the Doomhaus on track. Is Trim fine? No! I got the cloth wet. I got the cloth wet checking on Trim. Trim, how could you have done this? Also, it should be nice to Bybeat so she doesn't kill you. Does Bybeat respect people being nice? It's a difficult balance to strike, tags like. I've still not made 100. I think I did both emissary quests last time. Trim has fucking sunk. Are you shitting me? What the hell is... What the hell sunk Trim? He was fine. He was right here. How did he sink? There's nothing. There's no other ships. How did that happen? There's nothing anywhere. I pointed him towards... He didn't have a little squeaker, though, because we were below deck. Oh, well... You know what? If I get to the shores of gold, I'm fucking staying there. How? He was fiddling with his bum. I swear you didn't have a little squeaker. What did he hit? There is zero chance that you got to Ancient Spire and then sank. This Ancient Spire's a fucking distance away. Press 1 to burn down the rowboat instead of... Look, and now I'm not getting any money because Trim sank with my friggin' emissary. Thanks, Trim. I was about to celebrate being a successful stream until that happened. Oop, shit. Press 1 to burn down the rowboat instead. Harry says do that. He sank from his own hubris. Gotta look now, he's made us curious. Well, I might as well now, I've got no way back. You can burn the rowboats, but you have to get them up and onto land, which you can only do with a poon boat, so I don't know if I could do that. Can you name the rowie first? Deal. There's a robot over there, is that a harpoon robot? No. Fuck's sake, Trim. We're not naming it Beppe. I see. Affirmative. It might have been this sloop that sunk Trim. Do you know what? Let's have a good old traditional burn. Mind right? I'm gonna do the check. In this rowboat there was nothing. In this there was some cursed cannonball. I'm gonna take all this just so that fucking sloop doesn't get any of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the stream is finished. We can have our burn. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. The number I am thinking of, and the person the ship is named after, is the person who gets closest to the number 45. Alcarion, is it? Ooh, Alcarion 42. Who's got to re-roll me now? That's Alcarion, right? Alcarion, well played. Alcarion didn't sink in today's stream, by the way, but Trim absolutely did. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream, anybody, if I may have missed welcoming you. It was 3-1. This is it, boys and girls. I'm going to end the stream today, and tomorrow, I dare say, is going to be the final Sea of Thieves stream, because tomorrow we make the big push for the Shores of Gold. We've been working since the first stream to build the Shroud Breaker and earn the money necessary to make our journey to the Shores of Gold and find out whether it's true, or as we suspect, a load of bullshit pirate myth. It remains to be seen tomorrow. And then, if that's the final stream tomorrow, or whenever the final stream is, we will be starting Resident Evil 3 for Halloween. A game I have never played before, but I played 4, 1 and 2 in the last 3 Halloweens and absolutely adored them, so I can't wait for that. And that's when we'll all be switching to our Halloween names and pictures and stuff in Discord, or it's when I will at least. So get thinking of some stupid sweaty Halloween name. Like Scarick and Gwyn Afraid. If you're cool, say no and refuse to Siddle! I barely even finished saying it! I was gonna say, if you think you're cool, say no and refuse to join in, and before I even got the sentence out, Siddle said no. Fuck. Is it a bad time to say that I hate Halloween? Now we all do, Jamie. None of us really give a flying fuck about it, but it's a stupid thing to do in the Doomhaus, right? It's an excuse to play a horror game, so why not? I don't believe you for a second that you didn't see that before. It popped up as I was saying it. Alcarion, well played. Thank you for being the ship. I feel this is one dirty, rotten sinker, probably. Beautiful. Farewell. Come on, Alcarion, you can do a clean sink. You got this. Alcarion, you're going to have to start sinking a bit faster than this. There he goes, there he goes. I don't know if my bitrate is high enough for you to see that, but that was an unclean sink, and it was about 6 inches of unclean, which is actually the best chapter in Trim's autobiography. Right, boys and girls, that is it for the, well, potentially penultimate Sea of Thieves stream. Good shit. Trim, well played. You didn't sink at all, apart from that one. I'll carry on.
Glug glug.
Enjoy the seabed.
Yep.
Because for now, that is going to do it for Sea of Thieves. Thank you, boys and girls. Right. More importantly, are we going to have the fourth orange point in a row? Right, Sea of Thieves again returns tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be capping off this playthrough. But for now, let's pick a person of the century of the day with a single run of marbles. If you would like to wear the only golden name in Discord, then you must win a single round of marbles. And hopefully somebody with an orange name in Discord wins it, because we are perilously behind. Cellist, welcome to the stream. Everybody say hello to Cellist. Potentially penultimate. That's a turn of phrase, I know, right? Hopefully it's the second to last stream tomorrow. But it could be the last stream tomorrow. Wow, oranges suck so bad. Trouble is, Harry, is once Sea of Thieves finishes, it's not going to be marbles that determines the winner. So the greens can't lean heavily on their numerical advantage in a game of chance. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are in the Doomhaus Discord and you are either green or orange, you must simply say the password, and the password is Trim. Make sure to put the underscore after it so it pings him as well. Must feel awful to be an orange. The only time the greens have ever dominated is when it's purely marbles. And it's not going to be marbles for long. Right. Golden name to the person who wins this single run of marbles. I'm going 17 today. We have Trim for the greens. We have Sothan for the greens. We've got Scotty for the greens. We've got Koala for the greens. We've got Mikey for the greens. We've got Tagslack for the oranges. Mina for the oranges. Easy Green for the greens. We've got Siddles for the oranges. Bybeat for the oranges. Tiny Green for the greens. Mindride for the oranges. Lundios for the greens. Harry for the greens. Alkarion for the oranges. And Cellist for the greens. Is that everybody? Call out if you don't hear your name, by the way. We have Cellist, Alkarion, Harry, Lundios, Mindride, Tiny Green, Bybeat, Siddles, Easy Green, Mina, Tagslack, Mikey, Koala, Scotty, Sothan, and Trim. Well, I know it's the stream today. I was back on time. We was done, basically. Because Trim sank, actually. I think that was important on his part. We've also got Jamie for the greens. Yeah, you're alright, Jim. You and Tiny won't be able to do the chopped counter. Yeah, that's one issue, yeah. If people could only make the last hour, then you're going to be excluded from it a little bit. Oh, fucking Gwynplaine. You people take so long to get the... Right, and 18 marbles into the race. First person to pick a number between 1 and 10 picks the level. I typed Trim instead of Gwynblaine's name. I've seen it! Who remembers Cellist the Unsinkable? No idea. Mindrect says 2. 1, 2. Coils of power. Yep, we're on the coils of power. This is a sweaty level if ever I've seen one. 3, 2, 1. Golden name for the winner. Thing is, Easy Green, is if we was to extend it all the way out to the later parts of the stream, it'd be exceptionally easy. Right, Dan is a record holder on 2 minutes and 8 seconds. This is the regenerated coils of power level. Best of luck to those who don't get zapped. 3, 2, 1. God, we are on time tonight, aren't we? Jesus. A big call of victory or DNF comes in from Mindrite. We're going to look at the level Sphincter. Tiny Green's already been zapped, but she's managed to get away from it. Tagslack gets straight down the hole. Did you know you typed thank you, Jamie? I'm glad you're here. Tagslack for the oranges, though, gets out early. He does get zapped. Can he manage to hold off? Harry for the greens is right behind. Tiny Green for the greens as well. Tagslack gets a lot of his momentum sapped from being zapped. That looked like a good stretch. Oh, I need it today. Tagslack almost rolls off the level, but he manages to hold it down. Tiny Green and Harry, I think, on the other side are the people that could potentially overtake him. But Koala, in her unzapped state, is catching up to Tagslack fast. Taxlack holds her back for a split second, but Koala for the greens gets the overtake. On this side, Bybeat for the oranges is in the lead with Chellis right behind. We've got a lot of coiling going on, ladies and gents. Best of luck. This is a good level, I like this one. Tiny Green gets chopped and sent straight over the side by the Zapper. Tiny Green is the first chop. Look at the state of this, by the way. Who's this coming out early? Lundios goes for a big stunt but just doesn't make it. It looks like Koala is still in the lead with Jamie behind for the greens. Bybeat has been overtaken by Sothan. The greens have regained both first positions on either side. Bybeat gets thrown off the side of the level. Mikey gets thrown off the side of the level. Now it's Sothan, Koala and Jamie. Cellist gets thrown over for the greens. Jamie gets the overtake on Sothan as we go into this bullshit. Jamie actually gets a speed boost from being zapped, but he does hit some debris. And Sothan effortlessly glides through all of the debris completely. And now it's all dependent on whether or not Sothan gets zapped. Trim tries to some stunts, but it isn't to be. Trim takes the big chop. Sothan is in the lead with Alkirion right behind. If anything should happen to Sothan, Alkirion could take the lead. It's very green on the left-hand path, though, as Koala switches from right to left. Debris. That's what they sell in the cheese shop in Stormwind. Alkirion has slowed to a crawl right now. Sothan might get away with it. It all depends on whether or not these last zappers want to give the oranges a chance. Are we going to have a Sothan person of the century of the day to go with his bad cough? Come on, zap him. Get him. Throw him off the level. You missed. As Alkirion tries. Gwynblade goes for some big stunts, but it isn't to be. The greens spoil the fun. And Sothan is your person of the century of the day for today. Sothan for the greens. I need to take the crown off Mindright's head. Sothan, could you say something? Actually, I found you. I got you, Sothan. I've not got you. I've not got Sothan. I've got Sothan. Sothan, GG, you are person of the century of the day, and you have done the greens proud. That right there is the 225th point for the greens. Fuck. Why do I even bother driving at 169 miles an hour to make it home just for this nonsense? That's a good question. Did Sothan beat Dan's record? He didn't. 2 minutes and 33 seconds, but it was a good run. Easy Green, Mina, Gwynblade, Siddles, Trim, Taxlack, Chellish, Bybeat, Mikey, Lundios, Tiny Green and Scotty, all with the big chops. You was a legit Golden Woods Mindray. You joined the Golden Woods gang. But for now, let me press that. Press this, and for the second to last time, you could open the chop guessing earlier so we could do it before bed than at night before, but I know that would probably be too hard to get. Yeah, it'd be a nightmare, Tiny Green. It's we worked on this system for years, literally years, and this is the best we can get it. Why not just drive at 100 miles an hour and watch the stream on your phone? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, boys and girls. I apologise if it does cause problems for anybody that can only join for the latter parts of the stream, but it's something that everybody had a hell of a lot of fun with, and we'd like to go back to it just for a few games. It won't be forever. Anyway, thank you all for joining today. Thank you for all for being here. Tomorrow, like I say, is the Shores of Gold stream, so we'll be heading straight to Morrow's Peak, where I think I'm going to buy the Shroudbreaker, and we're going to go from there. Alkirion, Cellist, Easy Green, Gwynblade, Tiny Green, Mindright, Jamie, Harry, Mina, and everybody else that's been here today.
Have a shit evening.
That's true. Have a shit evening, sleep terribly, have a terrible morning, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow afternoon for the continuation of Sea of Thieves and potentially the finale. I love you all. Thank you all for the bits. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for everything. Welcome to the new people. Thank you for the subs, the raids, the host, and everything else. I love you all. Does anybody have us a final word? Chop guessing starts an hour before the stream starts, Cellist, and finishes an hour after it starts. There's a 2-hour window. Let me see if I can paste the rules. These are the rules for chop guessing, by the way, that Augur wrote up last year. It's called 2020 rules. These are the entire rules for Doomhaus in 2020. Fuck. Right, this, boys and girls, is your final words, and they come in from Easy Green. And that is... Trim who?